Good morning. Welcome. Pinch, bitch. My camera was falling off the monitor. Good morning. My stream is still telling me I'm not live. So, cool, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that. I tried going live like 4 times, and I might have actually gone live 4 times. So I apologize if y'all got a whole bunch of alerts that I went live 4 times, because every time I went live, like still right now, it says I'm offline. And so I thought I wasn't going online. So I apologize for the spam, if there was spam. I legitimately did. I thought I wasn't online. Like it still says I'm not online. So I was struggle busing, I guess, for no reason. Sorry about that. Good morning. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. Fucking Viata. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings.
Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, you fucking bitch. Love you. She's beauty, she's grace. I'ma punch Twitch in the face. Man.
It does make it a little harder knowing the CEO dude. Like, he's actually pretty, like, a sweet man. But I want to punch something. It's Trivia Thursday. That's not for Katie, just for me. I go out once a week and play trivia solo. Ooh, dude, I know I did bar trivia. What was it? I did it. It wasn't trivia though. What was it? Was we went with like Scott and Bree and Rock Your Socks and her wife, and oh god, it was like guess the song. It was like it was bingo. That's what it was. It was like song bingo at a bar, and they'd play a song, and then you had to guess the song, and you could bingo it. But we were all so bad because it was like, I mean, we were in like, how do I say this? Like an old person bar. I don't know how to put that. It wasn't a club. Like it had table. There was no dance floors. There was no karaoke. There was tables and like old men drinking at a bar. And it was all modern music. Like it was all like really new, like top 20 pop, which I don't know at all. None of us did. Like we were really pulling out. We literally, I think Scott and Bree were like, we should have brought the kids. You got only one? Good. Seriously, I don't mean to spam, but I mean, no shit. My dashboard, everything says offline right now. So I legit, I mean, that's happened before where the stream key gets like disconnected or something and it doesn't connect. So I legit thought that's what was going on. Whoops. I did get Twitch to fix something earlier, so they probably broke something else. Dude, at least they did. I mean, Barry, honestly, I've been led to believe that all these years, the employees of Twitch are just paid to change our profile pictures to circles instead of actually fix anything. So the fact that they did something, they should be paying you. Fuck. Cocky.
Oh my god. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus swings for 49 fucking months. Jesus Christ. Thank you. I fucking appreciate you. Dude, Jay Horton.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh my god. Mike just knocked over my pen cup. It's fine. Beatree, thank you. I woke up with not a migraine this morning. So, I don't know, I guess I'm a freak, but when I'm in pain, quote unquote, I can't sit still. Like I feel like every other person on the earth can like lay down. You know, like go to like lay down to feel better. I can't. So I just get really ultra busy and I start getting weird with my makeup and my hair. And then the computer went weird. I guess not though. It still says I'm offline. I can't see my stream. It's really weird. I'm jokingly the Twitch API project manager now, and today's my 10-year anniversary of doing Twitch dev stuff. Oh my god, today's your 10-year? I mean, seriously, Barry, like, in all seriousness, and I know I'm coming from a place of ignorance on the outside, but like, whoever's in charge of actually doing shit, I don't know. They don't do anything. Like, you're out here doing it all. Like, wild cowboy style. Like, get someone in there who knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, pay him seriously, yeah. Like, you obviously know what you're doing. I don't know, man. You know, you've been around. You've been around as long as me, you fucking know. It's an ongoing struggle with the Twitch thing, but I'm gonna blow to bowl and cheers to you because that's exciting. 10 years is a lot. I mean, that's a success, dude. I was one of my buddies used to work for the Amazon gaming studio. Like he was working for them when they what's the word? Bought Twitch, acquired Twitch, whatever. And he told me that the average Twitch stream only lasts less than a year. I think it's like right under a year. Like the average Twitch person, I guess you should say. Like not even just stream account is under a year. So like sticking around for 2 years is a lot, let alone, I mean, I think we're gluttons for punishment. I don't know. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, my life could be infinitely easier if I just went back and worked at the hospital, let everyone do my work for me, never have to troubleshoot anything, just like go into autopilot. But like, there's no fun in that. And I literally had a mental breakdown. Like, at least this is exciting. Whereas I'm at home from work because fuck being in preschool when you have a migraine. Dude. I don't know how I mean, no. That's a safety hazard. I've been doing Twitch dev stuff for streamers for a decade. That's what I'm saying. I agree with Eric and fucking pay him. The team I talk to daily at Twitch is pretty good. It's all internal politics, 100%. That's what I mean when I say, like, I know I'm coming from an ignorant place on the outside. Like, whoever's in charge of making decisions, I think, is the fucking idiot. I mean, I know I joke all the time about the fucking circle profile pictures, but it's, I mean, for years and years and years, we like very politely were like, hey, this is a feature we'd love that would be really useful for stream. And Twitch is like, good news, we made your profile pictures circles. And then they lay off a bunch of employees and try to make us feel bad that they're not making any money. And I'm like, you paid a team to change the shape of our profile pictures. How do I feel bad for you? It's so hard. It's just, what the fuck? What up, C-Town? Good morning, love. How are you? Today's a rare pain day. My migraines are usually, oh, is it really bad? Oh, no. Auras are those? No. I hope everyone's having a good one. I hope you're having a good one, Genova. I had an Excel macro work on my first try and just saved myself 2 hours of manual entry.
Cheers. You guys are having a good day. We should cheers. Where's my lighter?
Typical Twitch. I know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, most of you have been around as longer than I have, actually. There's a lot of people in our community that literally have Twitch accounts longer than I've been here. And I've almost been here 10 years. Like, no, I think I've been here 10 years. I've been had a sub button for 9. But it's been going on forever. It's just been going on forever. I mean, like, you know, I know, I feel like a broken record, but you guys know it. I know it. Once a year, every year, Twitch does something, comes out with a thing. We're not making any money, blah, blah, blah. Half the community's like, oh my God, Twitch is going under. They've only got 6 months. And then the rest of us are like, same old, same old. That's the way it's always been. It's never been any better, you know? Barry's about think fuck. I know you may not know, but I can chat on my phone, a bit on my Twitch on Xbox. It won't let me chat. It says join the conversation. Gives a QR code. What the fuck are you watching? So you're watching it on the X. Is anyone else watching Twitch on the Xbox app? Do you guys have to? What is the QR code? What the fuck is that? Okay, cheers. I know a lot of people do. That's so weird though. Fuck, what? Amazon's a shitty company to work for. At least that's what all the people I've met that work there say. I've never known anyone who worked for Amazon at any level who enjoyed their job. It's become I imagine it's similar to going to like a large school or something where it's just so big you're not really a person anymore. You're not like, you know, your bosses barely know your name because there's so many people. Oh, it's to sign into your account. So literally, I've never experienced this before. Don't have a console. So if a QR code pops up on your Xbox Twitch chat, what do you do? Do you just like pull up the camera app on your phone, scan it? Or do you pull up the Twitch app? Like, what the fuck's the next step? Oh, the QR code is to have chat on your phone instead? Weird. Oh, the QR code opens the chat on your phone. But what if you want to chat on the app? C-Town, Amazon Game Studio, yes. I know a couple people who worked at Amazon Game Studio. I don't think they work there anymore. I don't think any of them. I mean, game devs, they float, they move all over the place. But yeah, the game studio, but that was like a totally separate entity. And I mean, if your friend worked there, you probably know it was small. Like, I went to that studio multiple times. It was tiny. Like, it was, I mean, not tiny, but it didn't feel like you were in some huge Amazon conglomerate, I didn't feel like I was like in a Google office where there's basketball courts and shit. They did have kegs in the kitchen, though. That was pretty sick. It'll involve okay, so if you scan the QR code, it should open the Twitch app then. You can scan it with the QR scanner on your phone, which opens, so it's literally just to open chat on your phone. I'd prefer, like, way back in the day when I used to watch Twitch on my TV, I would chat on my phone because I can't stand using my controller to try to use that on-screen keyboard. Like, how do you say anything but lol? Okay. Cheers. Sorry. I mean, that's Barry. Who the fuck wants to have a conversation typing with a controller? Like, unless you have one of those keyboard plugins. I get pissed if, I mean, this has been so long. It's literally like, I don't have a console anymore. But back in the day when you had a console and you had to type something, even just a name, like name your character, I'd be like, oh, fuck. K. A. Oh, fuck, it's lowercase. Backspace. Like, oh, God, fuck that. It takes so long to type on a controller. Jay Horton, I appreciate you. I mean, I hope it just works. That's just weird. I'll plug in a USB keyboard in my console for that stuff. Me too. I would too. I mean, I've seen, they have, I've seen like like it literally looks like a keyboard, like it's a full keyboard, but it looks like, what are those, oh my God, the old cell phones where you would like swipe up the screen, whoop, and then there'd be a full keyboard on the inside. It's literally like a full keyboard that just plugs in and fits between these two. So you've got all your keys right here. It's amazing. I've seen those before. I've never had one. But if you type all the time, not the BlackBerry, oh God, it was like this shape and you would like flip the screen and the screen would like twist up on top of it. So then it would be Sidekick. I never had one, if that's not apparent. Sidekick. It looks just like the Sidekick keyboard to me. Is that literally the one? Yep. I bet that's yeah, that's the exact one. And then my browser crashes. Why? You're a piece of shit. Not you. You're fine. My computer's being a douche. Yes, that's the exact one. I saw it before it crashed. Yeah, it looks, I mean, they look, if you watch Twitch on a TV and you don't want to use your phone to type, I would invest in one of those. Those look sick. They look so useful. I mean, trouble if your console has Bluetooth, I don't see why not. Back when I had an Xbox 360 in high school, that's what I'm saying, rad. Like, the last console that I owned, I think, was an Xbox 360. Which is somewhere. I mean, I still have it, probably. Spare bedroom, somewhere. But yeah, I think that's the last console I purchased. Yeah. Because, like, what's the point? I got a computer, man. Console uses Twitch. Users for Twitch use Dank Chat to type from. When I'm home, I use Dank Chat to type from and my tablet to watch. Is that an app? Because literally, like, as much as I want to support Twitch and everything, their app is absolute garbage. Like, I'm so for finding an alternative for people. I say this too often, but, like, those of you who hang on mobile all day, you're superheroes. I don't know how you do it. Like, I am so not that cool. I'm honored that you suffer that shit, because, oh my God. Genova, you are the first human being in my existence who's ever known about the blackjack. I had it too. I loved it. And honestly, it was better than all my friends' Blackberries. I miss that phone so hard. Oh God, that was so long ago. The blackjack, man. I had that. That was one of the best. That was one of the best phones ever. I loved that thing so much. Oh my God, Jay, honey. There are no words. I never had a Palm, like a Palm Pilot or anything like that. Never had anything like that. Basically, that's what my phone is now, though. It's nice that 90% of the things are on PC now, though I still have a PS5 for the occasional exclusive launches. That is the only reason I've ever even considered getting a console is like Bloodborne. But then I have a moment of sense and I'm like, do I need to buy a console for one game? No. No, I do not. But yeah, I've definitely considered it. I mean, that's no shit. Every Nintendo console I've ever owned was for Zelda. I could not tell you. I mean, I had Mario Kart, like those two games, Zelda. I bought every Nintendo console ever for a Zelda game. That was it. See, and Atif, that's the problem. I don't have a Blu-ray player anywhere, even in my house. I don't even have a Blu-ray player in my computer. When I built the thing, I was like, I don't need a DVD drive. Like, for what? Games are all downloaded nowadays. I don't have a way to play a disc. It's really weird. Yeah, BlackBerry was originally like, if correct me if I'm wrong, BlackBerry actually had like some sort of really primitive form of like Microsoft Word on it and Excel and shit, and it was meant for business people. It had like, if I remember correctly, it had a little ball, like the little wheel, and that was your cursor. Or and the blackjack was almost identical. I mean, I swear to God, they were bar identical. The blackjack was just a little sleeker and had a bigger screen. Like I preferred it. I loved that thing. Oh my God, Molly, you're a hero. Seriously, I mean, I sit on mobile. I get in the chat when I'm out with the dogs on breaks and stuff, just in case. You never know. Fuck my dogs. You never know. And I just sit there like, how do you guys do this? You're amazing. Then I got to play Fallout 3 and Red Dead Redemption. Oh my God. I just saw Smokealoke just played Red Dead 2 for the first time ever. How long ago did that game come out? I'm a case in point of a patient gamer. I wait forever to play a game, but damn, I did not wait for Red Dead. The ball, you remember. That's why I keep doing this with my hands. It had that little ball on it. I never got that much into Zelda. Man, I don't know if it's because Zelda is good or if it's, I mean, obviously it's not a bad game because the world loves Zelda, but Ocarina of Time was the first video game I ever bought. I never owned and never played. And so I think maybe I got like a weird nostalgic attachment to it. I've told you guys that like I saved up for like 2 years allowance. My mom drove me to Canada to buy it because it was cheaper, blah, 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 blah. Ocarina of Time, the gold edition, man. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I remember I was so short. I was so short. Like it's one of my few memories of not being 6 foot because I had to look up. The counter was like here. And I got to hand it was the first time I ever like handed money to someone and bought something. Major nostalgia on that one. Oh, yes, the blackjack had the color screen. Yep, you're right. Yep. Oh my God, I will never. Jay Horton, this is my I mean, I don't say that facetiously when I say I don't know if I would be the same person or be around if I hadn't found Twitch. People love to rag on it, but seriously, if it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't have found my people. Like, it sounds so trite to say it. I know every media person in the world is like, I had new friends, but really, like, I seriously laid on the ground and watched grasshoppers lay eggs in the dirt. That was my pastime. I had no friends. I like bugs, and it took a really long time. Like, I was at the point in my life where I really considered I was just gonna not have friends. Like, I was like, I just don't fit, and that's fine. Which is why I'm really apt at being by myself these days. But you know, when you have the global reach of just getting to talk to people, you find a lot of people that are like, I am not weirded out by the fact you like bugs, and I still want to be your friend even if you like bugs. Which, when you're a kid and someone finds out you like bugs, ew, Katie likes bugs. Ugh. I don't just like bugs, but that was definitely a, like, man, the things I did as a kid to try to hide myself. The only stipulation is if you have to search each channel you want to see on the app. Oh, that's stupid. C-Town, I totally get that. I really, like, I feel like Red Dead was, it was Grand Theft Auto for those of us that just weren't into Grand Theft Auto. Like, just riding a horse around. It's Ocarina of Time to this day is still a phenomenal game, right, Mag? I mean, I think about, like, I don't know why I do this, but I think I subconsciously compare almost every game I play to this day to that game. Because it was just so perfect in, like, all these aspects. Like, in terms of, like, the gameplay, the setup of the worlds you go in between the different, just the whole, everything. I think, like, that game came out how long ago, and games today can't figure it out? What the fuck is going on? I get really pissed. I'm like, Ocarina of Time did what you just cannot fucking figure out today? Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, the black. Yep, it had the little white ball. I knew it. Currently on a playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom and is farther along than her son. Oh, that's amazing. I get it. I literally, I know I've said this before, but I actually failed a couple classes because of Twilight Princess. I'm not blaming Twilight Princess. It was because of me, but that game released and Katie just went. And school, yeah, I paid for some classes I did not do. Good morning, Will. How are you? It was evolutionary. I can't remember a game before that. Granted, 3D was starting to come out, so that was like mind-blowing. But I'm trying to think of what, like, the terminology for it, but like going into a game where there's multiple lands you can go to, but you kind of have to unlock them as you go, but it's not linear. Like, there's a lot of games out there where it's like you're in one world, you beat the boss, and then linearly you have unlocked the next world. You go to that world, you beat that boss. This one, it was like you would always go back and forth between all the different. You were constantly going across Hyrule Field and stuff, and like I think it was one of the first games that like had extra stuff that wasn't necessary to the story. You know, like extra characters to talk to, little extra things that like if you didn't do it, it wasn't game breaking. I don't know, man. There was just so many. I just can't. Lon Lon Ranch. It's great. It's still a great game. Ride a horse, save an Arthur. Jesus Christ. Quill, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for 35 fucking months. Holy shit.
I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual. Thank you.
Link to the Past. Yeah. Yep. I played that second, which is weird. I do like muscular women. But I also couldn't talk about that as a kid. There were no gays in my area. I didn't even have the word. Everything was gay, but I didn't know what gay actually meant. You know what I mean? Wait, the links and things? What? From yesterday? I have them saved. I haven't opened them yet because I didn't want to fuck my browser. Being lazy. Oh my god, Barry, do you have the you just reminded me, the one thing I really wanted to watch, the fucking Has-Been thing. Do you have the link to that? Because that's the one I don't have. But that was the one we were going to watch. I can't remember. And I forgot it yesterday too. And no one else remembered, so I'm not alone on this. But that, like, it's the Q&A. Yo, thank you. Yes, thank you. That was the one I didn't have. I went through all the links yesterday and saved them in my little Watch Tomorrow playlist. This was the only one that wasn't up, and I don't know why. It must have crashed. And I was very upset about it. It's got to be Firefox. Because seriously, this morning, my tabs were crashing just while I was putzing around listening to the Philip DeFranco show. It would just, like, the audio would just stop and I'd walk back in here, totally crash. I just don't know why. Like, there's literally nothing else happening on my computer. See, and I do sometimes too. There's no consistency to the crashing of the browsers. It doesn't have to be 5 million tabs. It can be literally one browser page, one tab. There's no consistency, so I can't figure it out. It's not like we're overloading it. It just decides to do it at some point. You know? What up, Yoshi? How are you, love? You know, Barry, was it you that was talking about session managers? Someone was talking about that recently. Oh, we were talking about browsers. One of these browsers you guys were talking about has that, and I wrote it down somewhere, and I wanted to try it out because that sounds so nice. You could have, like, a session for stream, a personal session saved of your tabs and shit like that. Was that brave? I think that was brave. I'm gonna write it down just to double check because I'm pretty positive I wrote it down, but I didn't do it, so maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. It just sounds like it'd be so nice because, like, basically what I do is if I have a bunch of links after stream, end stream, walk the dogs, and then I come back and I sit down and I go through and I save them all to a playlist I created in YouTube that's literally watch tomorrow playlist for all the shit we didn't get through because I talk too much. And it's just like tedious and I fuck up a lot because I'm trying to rush through it. Of course I am. It'd be so nice to just be able to close the browser and be like, that's stream tabs, and I can just reopen it tomorrow and they'll all be there. You know what I mean? Theo's using a browser called Arc. I'm gonna write that down. I'd like a browser better. I don't know. I think all browsers are kind of the same at the end of the day. Like, I don't think it's a browser issue, you know? I'd rather just an add-on. They've all got issues, right? Every browser's got shit. Out of the military waiting for this factory job for a second interview. Ooh, are you excited? Are you gonna move? You're not. Are you gonna get the fuck away from Texas? Please? I need my notebook, sorry. You watch my YouTube? Thank you. Loznay is such a fucking trooper, dude. The fact that he goes through my VODs and, like, gets rid of all the fucking music breaks where I'm just sitting in silence. Incredible. I have lots of mods. I think Viata's here. Glut's usually lurkin'. I think Thursdays are his major meeting days. Hold on. Arc? Firefox, so kind of, but it doesn't work the way I want it to. I don't know. They kind of have something like that, but it's not really the same. No shit. See, I moved from Chrome to Firefox because Chrome running hot and everything, and I just haven't moved since then because it seems like every other browser either runs off of the Chroma base. Which, why? My mods are wonderful people. I'm sure most of them, if not all of them, would be absolutely fine with you asking them a question, Honeybean. Arc. Got him. Chrome added a memory manager recently that pulls all my non-active tabs to sleep. Oh. So if you open up Task Manager, is it still running 5 million processes for said sleeping tabs? I don't know. I appreciate Firefox is open source and it doesn't fucking cook my CPU. That's why they're all built off that. The Chromium base is open source and free, so it makes it far easier to make a compatible browser. That makes sense. Honestly, I think it's strictly like, not necessarily strictly a streamer problem, but very unique to someone running other programs that are running hot. Because on top of OBS, putting Chrome on that, my CPU just taps out. It's a lot. It's a heavy, heavy hold. Why? YouTube's not loading. I want to watch the has-been things. Stop. It's doing the thing where it just doesn't load any of the stuff around the video, you know? It's just like, just the player in the middle. Like it's glitching or something. I don't know. It's always a problem, right? There's always something. You know what? I'm just going to let it buffer. I'm not even going to think about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The Chrome. Oh my god, Yeet. You just reminded me. I found the most wild. I mean, it's not the most wild subreddit. Don't get me wrong. We all know about Clop Clop and shit. Like, we've been to the dark places, but tucked in kitties. Oh my god, cute. Oh, yours is better. Mine, I can't remember the exact Reddit name, but it's confidently incorrect. Have any of you heard of confidently incorrect? Because wow, it's whoa. Big wows over there. I don't even I, there are no words. I mean, it's you've been there. Okay. No, I say loud and wrong. Oh my god, tucked. Okay. Shut the fuck. I got literal happy chills. What? Oh my. I love animals so much. Oh my god. Can we talk about the most interesting man in the world really quick? Presh. I don't have a cat, but I will appreciate. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a fucking sir. I'm subscribing. How do I not know about cats being tucked in? Good afternoon, Nick. How are you, love? Oh, Erican, I'm so sorry. You probably definitely shouldn't go to our space dicks then.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I just tried to smoke my coffee cup. So that's how my day is going. In my mind, I keep thinking at one point we'll scroll and they won't be cute anymore. And I feel like that's a wrong thought. Oh my god. Oh, that cat is so pretty. Rod Burt, my love, how are you? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm shitting in your bong. Yeah. Oh my god, coronary arteries. I mean, that's not the end of the world. Lots of people have that, but fuck, dude, what's your game plan? Oh, rad. Have you seen they have cereal bowls like that too? Where they literally have a bowl built in. Oh my god. I could scroll this forever. We have to stop. We have to stop. Go and enjoy kitties. I'm going to subscribe to this real quick. Or my browser freezes yet again. Something's wrong. This is so annoying. I just wanted to show you confidently incorrect. Because it's amazing. Wouldn't it make more sense to pee? You know what? Never mind. You do you. Jesus Christ. Oh, Nick, I feel that spiritually. I would encourage you to keep scrolling, but we need to save more. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, normally what I do, if I'm judging a subreddit, and I'm sure you're similar to this, if I find a new subreddit and I'm like, this has potential, I immediately go to top posts of all time. Immediately. And I'm like, what does this community deem the cutest of the cute? And that's how I judge whether or not I'm going to join the community. And I literally saved that in case we run into a speed bump of nasty today and we need some bleach. I was on the same goddamn track as you. Yeah. Oh, God. I'm the confidently unconfident. Let's just, you know what? Hold on. Stop. I've never seen a video bad. I think he learned some things. My alerts aren't alerting. Twitch must be weird, right? It's not just me. Cause no shit, I still don't even show as live. I don't. You know? I literally, I still don't show his live. It's got to be Twitch, right? I hope so. I'm sorry. Did I miss? Dude, Jay Horton, thank you so much for gifting a sub in the chat. Who'd you give a sub to? Dude. Be a being, use a butt wizard of the highest order, go forth and be consensual in all the ways. And thank you, Jay. I fucking appreciate you. I didn't even realize alerts weren't going off. Thank you for letting me know. There's got to be something. Let's blame the French. Light it on fire and call Barry. I don't know if Barry can put it out if it's on fire though. I usually save the fire lighting for when Barry actually like comes to the point of giving up, and then we light it on fire together and have a drink. Celebration, you know? I did, yeah, my alerts are unmuted. I just did it as like the command. Let me make sure. Yeah, they're oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Yep, they're unmuted. Weird. But no shit, like I could show you my dashboard. It says offline. I have no stream on, which is why I went live like 4 times today and was super late. I apologize. I really thought I wasn't going live. Thank fuck Barry was lurking in chat and was like, "Oh no, Katie, you're going live." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Hold on, I gotta check this without you guys real quick in case because you know there's nudity all over Twitch. I just want to make. No, I think it's just an interview. Wait, I just read it. Should we? Is that like I'm not a playa, I just crush a lot? Da-na-na. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Good brain, Barry. All right, I reloaded it. All right. If I don't, I mean, you know, if I don't react to an alert, we'll know. Did you see the Streamers Award, the bad 9/11 Streamers Award? No. Nope. Barry! I hear them. Do you hear them? I hear them. I think we fixed it. Are they really low still? I wonder why. That's one thing. They've been low ever since the last time they got fucked up, and I truly have no idea why. Barry, thank you for gifting 5 subs in the chat. By the way, you generous fuck, I appreciate you. Barry, Jesus.
All hail Barry. Oh, hey Twitch, pay that fuck already, Jesus Christ. Thanks, Barry.
I up ducks. I up ducks. I up ducks. What's that mean? Solo Flight, Devil Loon, Brandon, Shamanize, y'all boat wizards, the highest order, go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I appreciate thee. What's tone deaf? What happened? I have no idea. I don't watch award shows. No shit. I really don't watch award shows. I don't find them interesting. I have no idea. I like they seem like literally every time I've actually watched an award show, I don't know anyone even nominated or anything even nominated. I don't roll in top 20 circles. I just don't participate. I have no idea. Twitch is being weird today. Okay, it's not just me. I canceled my sub to my friend and I couldn't resub. I panicked. Twitch is being weird. Look at this. It's been doing it all morning. Yeah. Weird. Alerts were muted too, so you might want to refresh. I just did a refresh like on the browser source. I was just letting Zach know shit's weird. Shit's weird, yo. Hold up. I was scrolling up. I missed something. Oh god, leave. So my German friends were upset with me for removing them from my cell phone contact list. I told them that I wasn't happy about it either, but the law in my city says if I want to use my phone while driving, it has to be Hans free.
Do you like snow?
God damn it. God damn it. the bin with you. I love a good pun, but god damn it. Making fun of Mormon shit like that is not funny. When you punch down the powerful, rich, and famous, now that's funny. Agreed. Agreed. Oh god damn it. The Canadian Music Awards are worth watching, but only because it's aptly named. The award show is called the Junos because every time an artist gets called up, everyone goes, "Do you know who that is?" I'm really mad at you right now. Bless you, you fuck. So someone made a 9/11 joke. Regardless of where it was. Someone decided that making a joke of 9/11 was a good plan. Is that what happened? Because now we're all uncomfortable. Cool. But I don't watch these shows. Yeah. Ignorant. You know? Oh, God. I gotta, hold on. What was it called? When you do not understand probability. It's not something people usually figure out on their own. Yes, it is. Granted, it takes a bit of intelligence, not much, but some do. But to flat out say people can't figure out that a die having rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order is absolutely bound by mystical forces to roll a 6 next time is just ignorant. And I dare say that if you're so dumb that you can't understand the die demonstration above without being told is likely not going to make any sort of intellectual difference. You're simply too stupid. Wait, I don't know if I can read more without puking. I mean, it's just when you don't research before your feminist speech. Oh, who is that? Who's that? Wait. Okay, that one's hard for me to reason with. She's in. Okay. Go to that subreddit and enjoy your day sometime. It can get really dark. There's just a lot of like big wows in there. It's a good confidence booster, you know? I don't think it was. It's not Chelsea. She looks like Chelsea Handler. That's the chick that plays Effie in the Mockingjay movies. I'm so bad with titles. You know who I'm talking about now. You know exactly. They look super similar. She was in 40-Year-Old Virgin, the chick with the spray in the bathtub. What else was she in? Zach and Miri make a porno. Miri, that's her. Yeah, her. She's like a comedy. She's a comedy person, right? Yeah, Elizabeth Banks. Good fucking job, Elizabeth fucking Banks. Yep, that's her name. Yeah, I forgot her name. Wow, that was a weird, like, very incorrect dig. I feel a little bad for her, like a little bit, just in terms. I didn't see Cocaine Bear. I heard nothing good about it. I don't know, just me. willful ignorance and neurodivergent and ignorance are very different. Yeah, it's like that confident ignorance. It's like, I don't know. I'm always afraid of being that person. I feel like I have an existential dread of being that. Being a confidently incorrect person, like someone that's just dead set on dying on a hill that's very not there. So I try to like approach every situation with like, I'm pretty sure this is it, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Always, because who wants to not be? Who wants to just walk around being a fucking idiot all day? I don't. I do not. Never in my life was it like a cool moment to be stupid. I don't know. Should we watch some Has Been? I need to get my water and then we'll watch some Has Been. That'll cleanse our brains. Elizabeth Banks, yeah, I think she's pretty funny. I was watching a video last night of quote transphobes being accidental allies. Oh my god, is it like transphobes trying to prove pronouns are a thing, but they consistently use like gender neutral pronouns throughout the entire argument? Shit like that. I've seen a couple posts like that, but I've never like. Oh god. Listen, I googled chick that played Effie. Fuck yes. Google for the win. It's a funny one-time watch. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's most of her movies. Like those, like 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I can't even think of the other ones, but she's been in a lot. Zack and Miri. I watched that one for the shitting scene, let's be honest. It's fucking hilarious. It seemed like they tried to be over the top. That's kind of, I mean, just the premise of the movie seemed a little, okay. Okay, Allie, no shit. So this is a 1 hour roundtable Q&A with the cast and creator, I believe, right? I don't know. Yes. Oh, it's the creator. Oh my god, it's literally the creator interviewing the cast. It's so much better. Barry found this for us. We were gonna watch it on Saturday when we finished the whole series, but the series went so late. I needed to go walk my dogs, and I was gonna do it yesterday, and I just completely forgot. Completely spaced on it, 100%. And Barry, thank fuck, still had the link up, so we got that, and I think it's buffered plenty. I think it's gonna be fine. This generation's Rita Replusa. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Same, Hello Devil, same. And I feel like either like presenting a statement with, I'm not sure, but please correct me if I'm wrong, or, this is what I think it is. It opens the conversation for other people to join and like add to the knowledge base and add to the conversation, as opposed to just like stating a hard fact and being super fucking confident about it and being, that's it. That's not very welcoming for other people to want to like communicate, It's transphobes saying stuff like, you'll never be a woman when talking to a trans man. Oh my god, what? Oh, that's fucking great. Man, it is, Allie, but I had to take some sinus meds. I took like Advil. I live on this shit. Advil sinus meds. It's just like, I think it's the dry air makes my sinuses just like it makes my head throb. It's so bad. And I think because you sleep with probably, I mean, who doesn't? We're probably like and dry air and drying out your sinuses and shit. So when I wake up in the morning, I just took a really hot shower, steamed the fuck out of my face and took that, and it helped a lot. Is this the one with Erica, Charlie, and Amir Alistair? It just says the cast. Yes, it is. Yes, this is that one. Is that good? I'm excited. I want to stay excited. No, this is my palette when I do my makeup. Because there's so like the way that eyeshadows get pressed, they oftentimes look 5,000% different in the little tray than on your skin. So I literally, when I'm doing my makeup in the morning, I cover my whole hand in primer and I test the colors on my hand to see if they're actually the color I want before I put them on my face. Because once they're here, they're done. Once it's laid, it's played and you're fucked. It's my palette. But I use this amazing primer that makes it so you can take a shower, wash your hands, and literally bleach yourself and it never comes off. It's crazy. It's e.l.f. primer, dude. It's amazing. It does look like a bruise, though. You're not wrong. Do my eyes look like bruises? Fuck. Wait. CK, I have a confession to make. I haven't done any self-love, but I peed anyways. Did you wash your hands? I'm proud of you regardless. You did a good job. I would hope not, because there's sparkles. You know why this? I bet I know why this looks like a bruise. No shit. Not that anyone cares. But my makeup, I put the base is actually a liquid lipstick. Who is it by? Sugar Pill. Sugar Pill liquid lipstick that has gold flecks in it. So when I put the makeup on, the gold flecks come through and it doesn't look like a fucking bruise. But without that, it might have looked like a bruise. I didn't put that on my hand. Oh, shit. Some of it doesn't work for me either. Some of it's great. Like that primer. No shit, if you wear makeup and you're looking for a good eye primer, the e.l.f. and Milani. Milani has a really good one too. The Milani one's what's in my bag right now. But I swear to God, this is a dupe for Urban Decay's primer. And if you've been wearing makeup for a while, you know the primer potion is the be-all, end-all that we've all used. It was either that or Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. I've never liked concealer on my eyes. It's too heavy. I hate it. So I use this shit, but it is an exact dupe. I think better. And you don't have to deal with that gross little doe foot bullshit. I wash thine piss mittens. Good. Elf and MAC are supposed to be really good, especially for the price. They are. MAC is okay. I shouldn't say that. MAC is great. The problem, in my personal opinion, allegedly, with MAC is that they never do anything exciting and they don't really grow with the times of makeup. And so it's like, I'll keep going to them for one or two things that are like basic items like Painterly Paint Pot or a concealer or something like that. But I would never just shop MAC anymore. They're very boring. There's so many brands out there making all these like duochrome, multi-chrome eyeshadows that like from one angle are purple and the other angle are green and they've got sparkle dicks in them and whatever. Every other brand out there is doing super exciting shit. MAC is like great for the basics. Like the basics because they've got really consistent formulas. Like their shit will blend out no matter what. And I think they're cruelty-free these days, which is really nice. I try to stay cruelty-free with my makeup because the idea of someone scrubbing my mascara into a bunny's eyelashes just so I can use it really makes me sad. And I grew up with hunters, man. Welcome back, Luna. You know what, Viana? I have never in my life. Oh my God, this makeup one, Saronlin. I just got it to load. Oh my God. I'm very excited. I've never ever found a tinted moisturizer that works for me. It either pills on my skin or literally burns my face. Literally burns my face. I'm trying to think what are the Tarte, and oh God. Is it Laura Mercier has a really popular tinted moisturizer that people love. My skin starts to burn. Like a burn. Like not just, oh, that's a tingle. It burns. I've never found a tinted moisturizer that works. But honestly, I don't wear the face stuff, so it doesn't really matter. I know, Saronlin, literally, I was just moving that over and I saw that link and I was like, oh. My dudes, when we get back, we're going to fly through the links everyone's giving me and then we're watching the Has Been thing because the links are shorter and I want to watch them, but no shit, teaser. What the fuck? How? Oh, what's the brand, Kona? Oh, I'm very excited for you. I haven't got new makeup in a very long time, but honestly, I just have so much. She can see clearly now. She's got 10 eyes. Okay, be right back. I gotta pee and get some water because obviously my throat's giving out. Every couple of hours or whatever, we take a break. I run an ad to get it the fuck out of the way, and when we come back, we'll watch our fun shit. That makeup looks amazing. I'm really excited. Get some water, load a bowl, get a beverage. Sometimes put a dab of liquid concealer and a dab of moisturizer together, but premixed tinted moisturizers, grody. Same. Yep, I've done the exact same. Unleashia. I've never even heard of it. Oh, dude, tell me how it is. Seriously, I'm always looking for cool new shimmers. Duochromes and multichromes. There's so many brands out there that claim to have a duochrome or a multichrome, and it's bullshit. It's like nail polishes claiming to be hollow. And then Hollow Taco came out, and we were all like, oh, now we know what hollow is, you lying. Again, I couldn't find my water bottle. I found it. Thank fuck. Dude, fucking get it. I mean, let's be real. If anyone minds being excited about Has Been, fucking get over it. I love me a good millennial clap. This is the kind of song I can't have playing in the car because I take my hands off the steering wheel to clap. I can't help it. Ew. I didn't just hurt my hand opening a monster. It's fine. Dude, Luna, shut your fucking face. Can I show you to stream? Oh, thank fuck. Okay. Beautiful. What is her name? Who are you? Is that the person? No, this was posted by some other account. Who are you? We need to love on you. Who are you? Who is she? Not a joke, who is she? I want to give credit to this person, but is it Mimlas? Mimlas? Hold on. Yes. Okay, they did credit her. It just doesn't say like username or anything. Glitter. Thank you. I found her Twitter. Oh my god. You can see her nose. This is real. I mean, it's unsettling as fuck, but unsettling aside, can we appreciate what this person has done on their face? Fuck a duck. Oh my god, she's retweeting other people. Stop it. Look at that. Dude, makeup, literally the illusion again. It's that. I'm sorry. What? That's in fucking incredible. Oh, wow. Dude, my dudes. I feel like this one's saying something, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like pain. I mean, wow. Shut up. Oh my god. When you break, that's what I was literally thinking. Or like falling apart, the pieces blowing away in the wind. I mean, what? Skin cream. Seriously. It's unsettling, but goddamn, I like creepy. Maybe what the fuck? Dude, she's off the charts. She's one of those people that I think probably struggles to struggle. Cause what? No. I She is unstoppable. Oh my god. I don't like this one. This one gives me the unsettling y'all are bitching about right now. There's a lot of puppet shit going on. This one, that's a big. I mean, it's great, but oh, there it is. Yeah, that yes, super unsettling, but I cannot. That is incredible. How? What can't she do? Unparalleled, I mean, like, yeah, the shading is, fuck, I'm genuinely curious how long it takes her to do this shit. What the hell? I wouldn't think that's a beehole if I'm watching your stream. Really, though? Because, like, what else looks like that but a beehole? These are, oh my god. She's magical. Okay, she's a magical person. She painted an illusion. Oh my god, it's illusionception. This is illusion fucking ception. It's an illusion of an illusion on an illusion. As an illusion? As an illusion? Help me. You guys know this painting, right? It's famous. Like, it's a skull, but also people. There's a couple, like, there's a few famous paintings like this. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you shade that titty. Yeah, give me more titty. Come on. I'm sorry. That's gotta take her hours. It has to. It has to. Banana for scale. Jesus Christ. These are crazy. I mean, the illusion, she is choice. I mean, I'm just blown away by her skill of drawing eyes on her flesh. And this is another one. Look at that. Those are individual eyelashes glued onto all the fake eyes. I think this is an eye and this is an eye. But I thought that was an eye. So good. So good. Bless your holes, Saronlin. That was pure hot magic. I'm going to give you guys her channel. Mimi Choi is her name. Mimless Makeup. Please follow. Credit where credit's due. What a fucking talented bitch. Wow. That's, I mean, the hours that must go into that are astronomical. I followed. Have to. They're glued on. You can see them coming off. Yeah, I just closed the tab. God damn it. I wanted to go back to it. You can see the lashes. Yeah, it's more apparent on this one. Honestly, if you have good quality eggs that you don't feel there's a risk that they might have salmonella in them, i.e. they came from like a really cheap factory farm, then it's totally cool. Like a lot of people eat raw eggs. They like put them in smoothies and shit like that. It's just they advise we cook them to a certain temperature because of the risk of E. coli and shit in the United States of America because of our factory farms. That's why, no shit, in every other country, as far as I know, they keep their eggs on the counter. They do not refrigerate their eggs because they don't have to, because they're not full of disease. We don't really do well with food. We're the worst of my life, and I've imbibed an unnatural amount of Taco Bell. That was pretty great. What is a Baja Blast? Like, what is it? I don't like Mountain Dew. Isn't it Mountain Dew based? I think that's why I've just never tried it. Because I hate Mountain Dew. It's like thick and syrupy and makes my mouth feel like it's not a good place for things. Is it weird and thick and syrupy? Because I don't like that. It's tropical. What the fuck does that mean? I've been to tropical places. What does that mean? You don't like regular Mountain Dew and you love Baja? Okay, I'll have to try one. I've never had it because I don't know why. I thought it was Mountain Dew based, and I have tried the Mountain Dews. I hate them. It's syrupy. It's like thicker than any other soda, and I don't like it. I don't really drink soda, let's be honest. But I hate filling in the box of a stereotype as hard as I do with marijuana and Taco Bell. But I've never had a Baja Blast. I'm a Mr. Pibb chick. What are you going to do? Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb, whatever the fuck they have. But it's refreshing. So it's not the thick nasty. Mountain Dew's flavors are pretty varied, and it's not as thick when you get it from a soda fountain like a Taco Bell. I mean, seriously, that's the only reason I would even try it. You guys have to know it. Surge was the same way. It was like syrupy. Like, not It was just thicker, and you kind of had to swallow hard. I don't know. Not my jam. I can't do it. It's weird. I'm gonna try it, dude. I'm always up to trying new things, and I trust you guys. If it doesn't taste like Mountain Dew, I'm here for it. 8 cans of Mountain Dew every day. Oh my god, how are their teeth? How do you fit water in? No shit, you gotta see. It's all like personal shit, right? Mountain Dew is one of the most popular sodas in the world. It can't be bad. It's me. My brothers loved that. We had Surge in the house until that shit was gone. How big? My wrists? How would I? Is this like big wrist? You know what that means? Because I have a huge dick. I mean, honestly, it's so quintessential, that stereotype. Like I don't know why people hate on Taco Bell and just paid 5 times the price to go to Chipotle, where everything tastes like Chipotle. Like, you're just paying more for a different overall flavor, bitch. Dr. Pepper is the thickest. Is it really? Maybe it's just more carbonated, so it doesn't feel that way, because I don't hate Dr. Pepper. Oh my god, I did. No shit, when I worked at Taco Time when I was a kid, we had to change out the syrup for like the soda fountains. And the way that it came, at least for us, it was like a giant bladder of the syrup, like a huge gallon bladder of it, but it was in a box. So you kind of like a soap dispenser, kind of thing. You had to like flip the wiener out of it. But we definitely tried it, and it was weird. It didn't like I tried the Coke one and shit. It didn't taste like Coke. It tasted like Coke candy. Like, you remember those little wax bottles? Old people candy. You would snap the top off. It had like this weird, like almost like Pop Rocks feeling in your mouth, and that was without any carbonation. That was just the straight syrup. It was weird. I remember that. It was weird. I didn't like it. It's an IV bag. Yeah, just push that shit in. I like pushing shit. She doesn't drink water or have teeth. Not shocked. We can talk about like PB&J for real. It's facts. I mean, seriously, it's the salt, the fat, the awesome. You know what they say about big wrists? I honestly have no idea. I've never measured my wrist before. I don't know. Hold up. Check it. It's almost like she sews. Like 6.1 inches on the dot. I think that's inches, right? Yeah. 6.1 inches on the dot. Is that a fat wrist? Now I'm self-conscious. Do I have a fat wrist? Do I have fat wrists? Is this a thing? I do. It's literally hanging. That's why I was looking around. I'm like, I know I have one. It's nearby. I actually know shit. I have this. I could have just. They're everywhere. I know they're somewhere. It's just at the moment my eyes go, what? Where? Panic. 7. That's normal because you wouldn't want it skin tight. I mean, that was skin tight. Yeah, 7-inch bracelet because you want space, right? I have no shit. This is the only bracelet I have, but this is a random person at Burning Man gave it to me, and it just hasn't fallen off yet. I don't know if it ever will. It's just there, and it says bitch. She didn't know me, but like, she knew me. Wrist prawn when? I know, right? Dainty. You hooer. Yeah, I know. Let's do has-been. I know. I need to clear my bowl, and I wanted to do that before we start it. So we're watching Swear Jar, and then God, my voice is really bad today. The round table. I don't know why I keep forgetting that word. The round table. Q&A. Yeah, the Q&A. Jesus. I know exactly what it is. My brain just keeps forgetting the fucking word for it. Tape measures are all over same. It's because when you're in one corner of the room and you suddenly need one, I get really pissed because, like, I'm sure you're the same. If you're, like, doing leather work or sewing or something, and you're holding it and you've got everything aligned perfectly, and you reach for something that is across the room, you're just like, and you do that very, like, get up and, like, waddle over to it, and then by the time you get back, whatever you were measuring moved, and you have to get really mad at yourself for it, etc. Not that I do that. So now I just have I have scissors over there and a measuring tape over there, a measuring tape here, measuring tape here, scissors. They just have them. Jeebus? That's what we used to call my dad's pot belly. Oh my god, C-Town. I don't know if we watched this on stream yesterday or if I just saw this on my Instagram, but it was a meme or a, whatever, not a meme, like a short form content thing, but it was this dude singing to a song, but it was about ADHD, and he was like, go to the store, buy a bottle of hoisin sauce, come home, open the fridge, oh shit, I already had a bottle of hoisin sauce. And it goes on like that for a while, but he's actually pulling the hoisin sauces out of his fridge and laughing hysterically at himself while he's doing it because it's real. And he has 7 bottles of hoisin sauce that all have this much missing out of them. It was so relatable. So relatable. It was sick. I laughed really fucking hard. He was in. It was just some middle-aged dude with armfuls of fucking hoisin sauce bottles. We do that with spices because we'll be at the grocery store, and you're like, well, we'll always use garlic salt, so we'll get another garlic salt. Next time you go, do we have garlic salt? I think we do. I just get one. It's $3.99. We'll always use, and then suddenly you have 9 garlic salts. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's do this shit. I'm excited. That was great. Nope. Autoplay and muted. Hate every part of that. Let's see. How's the volume? Oh, it's nice and loud. Okay, thank fuck. I feel like the Prime show, and I don't know if this is because of Prime or not, but the Prime version of Has Been is so goddamn quiet. I had to put every level, every volume thing on my entire PC just for us all to hear it at a 100%. And I know it's Prime because everything on YouTube sounds great. Why the fuck? Why do these fucking services fuck volume? We can always turn it down, but there's only a certain point where we can get it to a certain volume, and now I can't turn it up anymore, and I can't fucking hear it. Ugh. Oh my god, Claptimus. Love on her for me. Thank you. Potatoes. Yeah, salad stuff. I end up getting a lot of lettuce. YouTube's Wild West. It is, but at least they give us and you can get add-ons and shit, but I can't do that with Prime. I hate that normalization. It drives me crazy. Right? I feel like TikTok is one way or the other. It's either ear bleeding or it's like Gump, that guy that does the Stoner Gump, I think is his name. He does the edibles videos. I love him, but half of his videos, they're like this, and that's the top volume. And I'm like, no one can hear you. God damn it. Or I was watching, I watch a lot of doctors and shit on YouTube, and I watched this gynecologist, Mama Gyno or something like that is her username, and she was reacting to TikTok content, and bless her soul, I know she edits her own videos and shit, but the TikToks that she was reacting to were 50 times louder than her. So I couldn't walk away from my computer. I had to literally sit here and go down for the TikTok and go back up when she spoke. It was so different that if I had it at the level it needed to be for TikTok, I couldn't hear her talk. Guys, figure your volume out. Jesus Christ. Wait, you're getting ads? No shit, I have plenty of time on my ad timer, so you shouldn't be getting ads. We just took a break. Oh, not here? Oh my god, I was gonna say, I'm about to scream at Barry. It happens. Seriously, there have been days where all of a sudden subs and Prime people are all getting ads. It happens. Shit happens. So it's good to know about if that ever happens, but I'm glad it's not. All right, let's watch this. My fucking headphones keep pulling, and I was trying to tuck them under my ass to hold them. I say Keith David. You say, what comes to mind? I'm genuinely curious. Arbiter, Mass Effect. Keith David, this guy, his voice. Halo. Mass Effect. Nothing. Okay, when people mention Keith David to me, in reference, fucking Destiny. Unfortunately, our Commander Zavala passed away, and I'm gonna cry if I talk about it too much, so I'm not going to. And Keith David is taking over as voice actor. And the first thing I thought is, I know it's pretty, but I didn't take it out for you to look at it. So I guess I got ruined. I mean, he's in so many things now that are like family friendly and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, but Jennifer Connelly had to suck his dick for drugs. And that's my brain. Yeah. Requiem for a Dream? Of a Dream? Of a Dream. Mm-hmm. Keith motherfucking David flops his big wanger out on her face and says, I know it's pretty, but I didn't take it out for you to look at it. And she has to suck it for drugs! I probably saw that movie way too young, but like, that's Keith David. In Destiny? At a time? I've never forgot about that part of the movie. It still gives me nasty, nasty, nasty feelings. I mean, Requiem is one of those movies that you watch once ever, unless you accidentally suggest it to someone else, they've never seen it, and they go ahead to watch it. Sometimes I'll sit with them to make sure they don't watch it alone, because that's not a good choice. But it's not really a movie I'd watch for pleasure. The best part is Connolly's bush, and you can Google that. So, we got a winner. That whole movie fucked me up. And that's Keith David is the drug dealer that makes her, like, that's it. Ass to ass. That's Keith David to me. Ass to fucking ass. And now he's Zavala. I'm ruined. I never got into Rick and Morty. You know what's it's real bizarre. And honestly, I feel bad about it because Zach really likes that show. There is something about Rick and Morty that makes me existentially anxious. I can't eat, like, if he puts it on while I'm sleeping, my brain will wake up in the midst of a heart attack. I don't know what it is. I hate it. The show makes me feel viscerally unwell when it's in the background or on. Every bit of it. Their voices, everything. Super weird. Because, like, I didn't watch it when it came out. I tried to watch it, like a year ago, and I just noticed I was getting sweaty and feeling very uncomfortable the entire time I was watching it. And I was like, I think this is bad for me. I have to go now, and I just can't do it. Yeah, watched it once and once again to show someone exactly. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as the first time. First time I was sobbing, dude. Like, even thinking about it, I haven't seen that in probably 20 years. Thinking about it, I'm still, I think that one of the most tragic characters is the mother. She just breaks my soul, dude. That actress is really good, by the way. I can't think of her name. She's phenomenal. Ass to ass sticks out. I mean, to most people. No, Jessica, I can't. I mean, for the vast majority of time, I was just like, I don't know anything about Rick and Morty. Like, I know references. I know Pickle Rick. But I couldn't tell you who's the old guy and who's the kid. I know that's Rick and Morty, but I couldn't tell you who's who. But I tried, and I just literally, like, I don't know if it's the tone of their voice or the chaos of the show or what. Something would just start making me so fucking anxious. And so I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. We can watch something else. And so Zach started, like, trying to continue the series while I was asleep. And every time he did, I would wake up full sweat, heart rate at 135, out of a dead fucking sleep. I don't know what it is. That show makes me not feel good. And I like a lot of shit. I like a lot of fucked up shit. That's how King of the Hill makes you feel. I'm so there. Thank you. I love King of the Hill, so I totally get it. Like, there's something about it that makes your skin crawl, and you're just like, I can't. I don't know what it is. I'm just not going to be here for it. It's like listening to Counting Crows. Rick is awful and celebrated for it. The whole show is hard to swallow a lot of the time. Rick's the old guy, right? Doesn't he literally just kind of emotionally and physically abuse his grandson for science? Like, that's the theme. Yeah. The fucking, like, I know exactly what you're talking about, Kona. That scene's fucked up. And everyone else in the family say, I don't know anything about it. But I know that the old guy is an alcoholic who burps green bubbles and just is a horrible human being, but gets away with everything because he can, like, be smart, I guess, or talk smart or something. I don't know. The theme song sounds like Doctor Who, so it baited me in. The whole pickle thing was Rick getting out of family counseling. See, I don't even know what the fuck This is what I'm saying. Everyone's abusive in that show. So is it funny? Like, what's the redemption? He turned himself into a pickle so he didn't have to go. Entertainment at its finest. I can see where people get very when there's shows like Has Been in current existence, why that? Why Rick and Morty? I'm glad I'm not the only one that didn't like it. You guys are literally giving me so much relief because Zach enjoys it and he gets like irritated if I can hear it in the house and I come back and I'm like, please turn it off. Please turn it off. I beg. The sounds of it, everything just start to immediately put me into a viscerally bad physical state. You guys are giving me faith that I'm not the only one that has, like, not just this show, like, that there's something out there that just bothers you on that level. It doesn't have to be Rick and Morty. Like, obviously that's a very popular show and lots of people like it, but something, that just, like, gives you that crawl up your back and you're like, I don't know what it is. It's not the content. It's just, I can't do it. Really, I watched the first season of Rick and Morty and got tired of it, and it irritates me to no end when friends repeatedly ask, how come you don't like it? I know, I feel guilty because I'll tell people like, oh, I don't know a lot about Rick and Morty. Oh my God, you haven't seen it? You have to watch it. You'd love it. I've been getting that for so many years now, and so when I finally tried it, I couldn't even come to bring myself to tell people like, I didn't love it. It's not funny. It's not even clever. It's not even like deep clever. It was just like, it felt like drunk dude comedy. A little like the dumbest of the slapstick. And that's no shade. I literally made it through like 4 episodes. Seriously, please. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Media's there to be enjoyed. Yeah, you have to watch it. Oh my God, you would love it. And I'm like, oh, I tried it and I fucking hated it. It actually might put me in the hospital. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah. See, I can't. South Park has moments, but I've never been a diehard South Park person. I feel like they have a great episode every like 15 episodes that's fucking funny and on point, and the rest of it's kind of, it's okay. It's not bad, but like not my favorite. I miss shit like Daria. That was my crappy cartoon era. I need a load of bowl. Let's finish this. I don't do that to people. I've recommended shit to people that they don't like so many times. I just don't do it. I mean, honestly, yeah. And and that's on nobody's fault. Like, how could you tell what someone likes, really? Would you ever look at me and say, she's a Disney girl? Probably not. But I am. Oh, Bobo. Fuck yes. Cheers to that. Its comedy's mostly over the top absurdity and sci-fi references in jokes. Like, in jokes into itself. I love Bob's Burgers. I do. I love Bob's Burgers. That shit makes me laugh out loud by myself. Like, when something makes you laugh and no one else was there to instigate you laughing? That's a good. Yeah. I love Tina. I love them all, honestly. Bob's Burgers is great. Dude, Tina is... Man, I recently, like, put on the first season, just putting it on in the background while I was cleaning the house or something, and it was I don't even know what the episode was about, but all the kids were listing off, like, little ailments, like, Eugene said something, and then Tina's like, my downstairs burns and itches when I laugh. And it was just dead silence for so many seconds in the show, and I just started crying. I had to pee so bad. I know, she just says the things that you're like, Tina. Like, we all knew that person, Everybody knows that person. We all knew that oversharing person. I know, and then right after that, no shit, Bobo, was the episode with the sexy zombies? Like, the first episode of the sexy zombies. I think it's when the grandparent... Oh my God, it's the episode where Linda's parents come to stay the night, Bob gets stuck in the wall, and Tina, like, starts having her zombie dream, but she can hear her grandparents having sex in the next room, so the zombies start, like... I just love her. And then Eugene goes to school the next day with his keyboard, and he has sound sampled the grandparents fucking through his wall, and he plays a song for the class that's just like, uh, 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 uh. That show's genius. I love that show. Animation can be on point, but shit like Rick and Morty, like, I just don't. To someone else, Bob's Burgers is infantile, stupid humor. To me, that's Rick and Morty. To each their own, man. I ain't gonna hate. Just don't watch it around me because I'll probably have a panic attack. For some reason, I don't know why. It's a trigger. Like a real one, not like I am triggered. Like I actually start to sweat really hard. It's so weird. The most precious of Bob's Burgers, though, is season 13 Christmas episode. It gets me in my feels. Which one is that one? I know the Christmas episodes, but I mix them up with the Thanksgiving episodes because I feel like the Christmas episodes are like the Thanksgiving episode. You know, Bob and his turkey. Like that seems to be like their Christmas special, like with Doctor Who. Like they push. But I mix them up in my head because of that. Right, Horton? To each their own. Like, as long as you're not out there supporting horrible, like, Nazi creators or TERFs or something, there's funny shit all over the place. Just because one person doesn't find it funny doesn't mean it's not good. Something about it. I can't get it. Cheers. I don't know how we got from this to Bob's Burgers, but here we are. Bob and Linda, they're so heartwarming. I mean, they're just sweet. I know, and I was gonna say something about that Hall of Facts. We're gonna watch this in like 5 seconds, I swear to God. But on that topic, Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon are problematic. But allegedly, what I read was some things got settled out of court, and I just don't know what's real and what's not. But I don't think he has anything to do with the show anymore. Roiland. Which leads me to believe something icky happened. But I don't know a lot about it. And I don't know if any of it was like confirmed or whatever, and I don't like to like, trash people like that. Yeah. Yeah, they fired the creep, right? Oh my God, they got new people. Dude, they do a good job. I didn't even tell the difference in the voices. Oh my God, yes. Give me that mash. I potato anything. The one is the one where all the kids have a Christmas shindig to go to, but Louise tells them not to come to her poem reading. Yes, because it's about reindeer poop, but she's just embarrassed it's a real poem. I wept. I know the exact fucking one you're talking about. I wept. Harmon's still there and he's publicly known also to be a creep. Gross. It is. It's so hard to, like, unless things go to court and there's, like, video and audio footage of, like, a court proceeding, especially when it comes to situations like sexual harassment, I try not to even go there. Because, like, if I was accused of something like that and it wasn't true, and people just spoke on it all the time of the accusal, that would destroy me. And, I mean, God forbid it's such a fucking weird place. It sucks. It sucks. Don't sexually harass people. Right? Don't sexually harass people. Don't fucking do that. But, yeah, that's pretty much, you summed my feelings. It's like, Satan forbid I ever called someone a sexual harasser who was actually proven not to be. Because, oh my God, I don't want to be part of the problem. But also, Satan forbid I don't believe a fucking survivor who's been sexually harassed. It's like, what the fuck? So I try to wait until there's like such solid fucking, yeah, that happened, before even commenting on it. Because talking about it on a public platform is enough to be a jerk, I think. Oh my God, Luna. I use that fucking dismembered head I have. Where is that? You know, the one with the neck? I don't know where he is. We named him, like, Sam or something. I don't know where he is right now, but no shit. I've literally considered, because I have a dress form, and I've been making this cloak that has a majorly oversized hood, because everybody wants an oversized hood, but there's no head on it. And I've literally considered, like, spiking it onto my dress form. That'd be weird. Why don't dress forms have heads? I need that. Barely has a neck. Exactly. It's the easiest thing you can fucking do. Don't harass people, let alone sexually harass. Gross fuck. Exactly. I mean, it's actively just not doing something. We love being lazy. Just do that. All right, hour interview. Sorry that took long, but I pause. What are you gonna do? Katie knows wrestling terms. All my brothers wrestled, and I watched WWF and WCW for many, 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 many years until they allowed. I don't even want to talk about it. You know. If you know, you know. Yeah. I was trying to. Fuck. Hey, Luna, do you have that cool video of your cosplay so I can show Luna Rose? I closed so many tabs since then. I think it would be so buried I can't get it back. I want to show everyone before we watch the cool round table because it's really cool. Thank you. Aw, Barry, dude, you're so fast. You probably still had it up, huh? I cleared out a bunch of links earlier just because I was trying to make it clean for everybody and fuck. My bad. You know, yeah. I still watch wrestling to this day, no regrets. Well, one, watching a Hell in a Cell 2019. I mean, I don't know. I'm well aware that it was all like, scripted, written. It's a soap opera, blah, 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 blah. But giving away, just thinking about it is getting me really angry. I grew up on this shit. You guys know. I have so much weird ancient merchandise from like WWF in my house. Undertaker streak being given away to that bloated fuck with a tattoo of a weird dick on his chest really upset me a lot. I'm over it, obviously, because it was a long time ago. God damn it! Autoplay! I was deeply, deeply trying to buffer it to the point where it's not a waiting screen anymore, and I missed it. Spoilers! Spoilers! Dude, you could steal my eyebrows. Like, you could probably, like, take a tissue and just lightly press it and come off and have an imprint because I am a victim of the early 2000s and I don't have eyebrows. They're not real. I wish. That'd be great. Oh my god, Luna, yes. Oh my god, Revoltcon what? You mean that dick fart that stole the title from my Undertaker is in court proceedings for being a fucking rapey raper? Possibly? That's... Oh my god, is it involved with the Vince shit? Jesus, I don't even want to go there. That shit is dark. That goes down a very dark hole of very disgustingness. I mean, disgustingness, English. You know what I mean? I get really stressed out. Like, so much gross. So much gross. This isn't Prime. This is actually on YouTube. It has like, because it was like a stream, this Q&A was a stream. So it has like a minute of just this going live soon screen. And I was trying to get it to buffer from the end of that so we didn't have to watch a minute of nothingness. And it just, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to cheat the system. That's putting it lightly, Genova. Yeah. That's actually like a really good PG. Well, PG. That's a good light way of putting the. Like, that's a really good summation. What is that? The beginning? An abstract. That's a great abstract of the situation. Vince may have done a little sex trafficking to sign some wrestlers who may have been UFC fighters with dick sword tattoos. Yeah! I always hated that fuck, but now I have a lot more reasons to universally hate that fuck. No one ever got good vibes from Vince. Vince was weird. I remember when he was writing scripts for his daughter, like, or approving the scripts of his daughter basically being a whore for the wrestlers, and it was weird. I was like, that's your daughter, dude. What are you doing? And I was a kid, like, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. What is the wrestling now? It was WWF, and then it was WWF and WCW, and then it was... It's not WWF anymore. What do they call it? WWE, that's what it is now. Thank you. I seriously, that pay-per-view of the Undertaker fight, I was done. I was watching it with a couple of dude friends, and the show ended, and we literally got up in silence and just left. No one said goodbye. No one said it. We just left and went to our separate cars and went home in silence. It was just like the most. I know it was. Why? 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 Fuckers. Cheers. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah. It's a really good way of wording the situation without being slanderous until the court proceedings are finished, and then we can just come down on them pieces of shit like we want to. Exactly. Oh, serious. I mean, it was the weirdest. I mean, it was just weird. It was weird. Wrestling, it was like, you guys know, I know a lot of you still like wrestling. Wrestling fans, we don't treat it like sports. Like, we don't get like diehard life. My son is going to love this one wrestler because wrestlers come and go. Like, they're bad guys. They're good guys. They're good guys. They're bad guys. The stories change. Like, we watch it for the show and the drama of it and the cool moves and the sick costumes and the titties. Let's be real. It's more of like an excuse to get together with other people and just enjoy something you have in common. That's kind of fun. And that was just like stripped. I mean, none of us, we just felt icky. We were like, fuck this place. Fuck these people. I think we may have watched a few more pay-per-views, but we never paid for them again. We used to legitimately pay for the pay-per-views. Unless you're the fucking Undertaker. Yeah. Oh, Hell Devil, 100. I totally get that. I understand. It really, I mean, I think I don't know if soap opera is hard. It's just, it's scripted, but not fake. You know? And I think that's the thing that, at least for myself, when I was in my youth and loved watching, like, The Rock, and Stone Cold was my boy. And people would be like, it's fake, right? I'm like, tell that to the dudes shoving razor blades in their head to fake the hits. I mean, arguably, I probably would have rather been hit by the chair than had a secret razor blade between my fingers and sliced the skin of my forehead off. That shit it's ignorant to say, and it pisses me off. No shit, Allie. In the 80s, I want to say 80s, early 90s, might have ended in the 80s, but the original wrestlers, that's how they faked the big hits, is they would have hidden blades in their hands, in their outfit, and they would slice the fuck out of themselves to make the hit look hard. Like, wouldn't you rather just have the hit? I don't know. But no shit, those people are some of the most in shape human beings in the world because they have to be, because I mean, if you've ever seen wrestling, I'm sure you've seen clips and stuff. They are there's no wires, they're not harnessed to a ceiling. They are launching themselves 6-8 feet across a ring at another very solid massed human being. Like, if you've ever run into someone who has a lot of muscle, it's kind of like running into a tree. They're doing a lot of physical shit out there. And it just feels really like ignorant when people are like, it's fake. I'm like, okay. Tell me you know nothing without telling me you know nothing. Yeah, head wounds bleed like crazy. You have so many capillaries on your head that it doesn't take a major wound to get them to bleed, but they did. They absolutely cut up their heads. I mean, there's interviews you can watch out there where I can't remember his name. He actually died. I think his son wrestles or did wrestle. He was one of the big older wrestlers though, and he has an interview where he pulls up his like scraggly bleach blonde bangs, and it's just, I mean, it looks like the Jesus crown scars. I mean, it's fucking horrible. And it's from years of doing that stuff. Dusty Rhodes. Was it Dusty Rhodes? Is that who I'm talking about? I think so. Rhodes. Rhodes. Who's his son? It's been years. Yeah. He was just a, I mean, they all did this kind of stuff, but I feel like a lot of wrestlers really, I don't know if I want to say idolize, but because, I mean, they all agree that what they did to their bodies and what they currently are trying not to stop doing to their bodies is terrible. But he could take big hits, big quotes on that for those just listening, that made him kind of a superhero. Kind of the way that they treated Cena. See me. You know what I mean? Cena was hard to break, you know? Almost every other wrestler I think that I historically have watched, you know, they get injured a lot. They're not taking time off from shows. They get injured all the time. And Cena was one of those guys that, like, they could use him as a consistent bad guy in almost every single fucking storyline because he never got hurt. But nowadays, if you listen to interviews about him, he has long-term horrific injuries that it wasn't that he wasn't getting hurt. It's just that he pushed through it. I don't want to say could because that implies that the others couldn't. He just did. He can't get hurt because no one can see. I mean, I don't know if that means he can't get hurt, but he couldn't get help. Gold Dust, dude. Oh god, correct me if I'm wrong. Was Gold Dust the same guy who once he became a different persona, he had the porn stash for a while? I'm a sucker for a good porn stash, and he wore that shit like it was supposed to be there. Or was it Gold Dust's partner? Because there was like Gold Dust and Stardust or something. And one of those guys took on another persona where they were just like topless, hairless. They looked like a 70, like they had a little comb over, like a Beach Boys comb over, and a perfect porn stash. Do you guys know the one I'm talking about? I don't know if it was like there were they all change their fucking personas all the time. I just love was that Cody Rhodes? Hold on. I'm just going to Google Cody Rhodes porn stash. One moment. Yep. Dude. Come on. Look at that stash. It's so porny. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Look at that. Get out of here. Ad block. I mean, I remember. How long ago was this? Do I want to know? I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't know what the fuck this era was, but I really liked this stash. It's a brave move, and I'm here for it. Yes, sir. Hello. Hello. How are you? We were about to watch something. Did you just inherently know that? Do you need to take a shit, my son? Thanks, bud. Right in the mouth. Still a little slow, but no pain, no nothing like that. Like he's 100% better. I think he's just really tired from the, pain stuff. Yes, Luna, are you taking off? Yes. Hold up. Hold up, and because you're taking off harp. Wow. Fuck. Fucking Maynard, though. And all that genius. Come here, headphone. All right. Let us has been. Right? Ugh. I think that's why I like it is the bass. Just that crunchy fucking bass line in the background is just... Man. This is from 10,000 Days, right? I listened to that album that didn't leave my car CD player for months. Fucking on repeat for so long. I think it came out when I was like college. It is. Yeah, it sounds like their older stuff. It sounds like Schism or something like that. Yeah, it's just got that crunch to it that's just beautiful. What up, Eliza? How are you, love? Ugh. 1,000 Days Part 1. Yep. I listened to an interview of Maynard one time, one of his more serious interviews, and he said that his process for his songs is that his band writes all the music, makes it, and then he puts it in his car and drives around for hours just listening to the music with no lyrics, and then he writes the lyrics. Interesting. You can always be honest. Honey, I have faith you know what creepy is. We're creepy, arguably. Is it because they're fat? I actually think, isn't it like if you can overlap your fingers, you have smaller wrists than you should for your height or something like that? There was something to that. When we were kids, we used to do that, you know? But I'm also stretchy and can stretch my ligaments, so that might not mean literally anything. Wasn't there something to that? I don't remember. Cool thing though. Want to know a fun thing? So if you do this, put your fingers to here and then put your wrist down. If you have this ligament, you're like less evolved because it's unnecessary. And if you get damage to like your Achilles or your knee tendons, they can tear this ligament out and put it in your knee or your Achilles and replace it to no disadvantage to you. Like we don't need it. Wild, right? That guy. You don't need it. Superfluous little guy. I don't remember what it's called, but you don't need it. Super interesting. That kid shit, exactly. It's the kid stuff, right? It was like if you couldn't meet your fingers, you're big boned or something like that. Like we had all those weird, you know. If you have that spot on your hand, it means your mom did crack. Whatever. Oh, because I broke my arms a lot when I was a kid. Less evolved. Well, theoretically, I think we're like evolving to not have it. Like some people don't have it because you don't need it. Something like that. I'm not a geneticist. Please take my words with a grain of salt. I just read about it years ago. And our teacher had us do this, and I was like, weird. Oh, you actually broke the fucking growth plate? Fucking what luck is that? I broke a lot of shit as a kid. I did. And like I think partially because we were, you know, as a lot of you were that generation that's like, suck it up, you're fine. But my mom being a medical professional, like she sees the worst of the worst every day. So if something happened to us, it would be like, are you dying? No, then you're fine. So oftentimes we'd go like weeks before going to the ER with a broken bone. Because we'd be like, I'm fine. And then it turned purple and, you know, weird. And we'd be like, Mom, am I dying? Oh, time to go to the ER. Whack it off. Yeah. Show it to me. I'll give you something to cry about. That sounds a lot meaner than it is, but it's actually like super mean. Falling off a swing or stairs. Ow. I'd rather have put Windex on it, honestly. A portion of people don't have that, and it seems to be something we're losing. Yeah, it's something like that, which is essentially what evolution is. You know, just slow, fucking gradual changes over many, many generations of humans with shit we don't need. And that's one of those things. Weird. I don't know. But I know it's extra. It is like a spare part built in, which I've never injured. No, I'm not even from personal. So, like, I can't generalize. But for me, like, I definitely have parts of my past in life that I don't want to talk about. And they don't come up in conversation. They're not like lies by omission. It's never something that would come up by omission or like come up in conversation. And it's not because I don't trust someone. It's because I don't want to fucking relive it by talking about it again or having to explain it to somebody. And like in my mind, granted, the conversation would be like, okay, you're my boyfriend, so I have to tell you blank now. Like it just seems like such a, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like everybody deserves to have their little mind chest as long as it's not involving the other person or harming them or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. For me personally, it has nothing to do with trust of that person in any way, shape, or form. It's personal selfishness. I don't want to talk about it. You know? But if it doesn't affect today, your relationship, or that person at all, is it relevant to bring up? If you don't want to, like, do we have a responsibility when in a romantic relationship that we have to? Because on it, like, and again, personal, but if someone approached me with information that they felt they needed to divulge, but it literally didn't have anything to do with me, didn't affect me, didn't affect today, in my mind, I'd be like, are you telling me because you want to talk about it? Because I don't see why else you were. And then I would, and I don't want to, like, on the other side, I don't want to talk about it. I am not telling you because I want to talk about it. I'm telling you because someone told me we're in a relationship and you have to know everything about me now. Please stop making me talk about it. So instead of that conversation, just like, don't talk about it. Is that terrible? I get where they're coming from. Like in the show, understandable. Like essentially it's like Vaggie was like a Nazi or something, right? I would want to know if my partner's past was that dark. But I'm just talking like relationship secrets in general. Like not relationship secrets, but just like holding parts of yourself to yourself. Having a piece of yourself that is just yours. And you have no responsibility to divulge it to anybody. It's yours to do with what you wish. And it's not like disrespecting someone or disrespecting your partner or, you know, like saying you don't trust them without saying you don't trust them. It's just straight up, I don't want to talk about it. It has nothing to do with today. So why? I don't know. I think I would respect people if they wanted to keep a piece of themselves. %, might. And if you think about it, like literally, they're going against a group of people that want to slaughter all of them. And that fruit fly haunts me every day. Her lover was part of that group that wants to slaughter all of them. Like it's very different. But I'm just talking in generalities of like just keeping a piece of yourself. And again, like it's not like, you know, you have a secret child somewhere because that can absolutely affect your partner. Like things that don't have any effect on you or your partner or today's circumstances in any way, shape, or form, and don't have a chance to. I feel like you have a right to keep that to yourself. You know, like who are we if we don't have at least some little core of ourselves that is just ours? You know? I don't know though. Maybe that's just me. I'm a very, very, like, I wouldn't say secretive, but I'm a private motherfucker. Like, you gotta, like, you know, I just I don't know. I feel like that's my right though. I know there are so many variables. That's what I'm saying. In generalities, thinking let's say in best case scenario with said information about you. Best case scenario meaning you weren't a Nazi, blah, 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 blah. It affects nothing that has to do today. It's literally just a story from your past that has no witnesses. It just happened to you, and you're the only person that could tell this story, and it could be fake. It could be a lie. You know? See, Viata, I feel like that's the same. It took me many years to realize that's why I am the way I am. But, I mean, I think you and I have a lot of that in common, like doors being taken away, no locks anywhere, like no semblance of privacy until I got the fuck out of that house. And so now I cherish the privacy I am respected to have. Like I cherish that hard. Thank you. Sugar says, I've been married for 20 years. There are things my husband knows for a fact that I haven't told him and never will. I completely trust me. Trust me. I feel that way. And if you, on the note of trust, like, if you truly trust your partner who has that part of their history they don't want to share, then you should trust them not to share it. If you don't trust them not to share it with you, if you absolutely need that information in order to trust them, I don't think you trust them. That's conditional. And again, best case scenario, meaning harmless information that's just like parts of your past you don't want to talk about. Nothing nefarious. Okay, we're not going there. Not like you fucking killed somebody. Yeah, if it doesn't affect me, I'm not going to pry. I feel the same. Yeah. The only closed door I was allowed was the bathroom door, so showers and shits used to take a long time. Oh my God. To this day, Viata, Zach makes fun of me. He'll be like, I never know how long you're going to be in there. And I'll say it straight up to him. I'm like, it's the only place in the house with a lock and it's quiet. So yeah, sometimes I just kind of lean on a wall with my phone for about fucking 30 minutes. Sue me. I need my restart time. Fuck, my house is small. Seatown, it was so, it honestly to this day boggles my mind because I did a lot of bad I was a little shit disturber, I would say. I was not a terrible child, but I did a lot of bad stuff. And literally, the first thing in our mind would be like, okay, if we're going to get away with this, don't look suspicious. Don't close the door. Don't turn on loud music. Act like everything's normal. If I had my door closed, it's because I was getting changed. Like, I was literally just trying to get changed without one of my brothers or something walking by and seeing me naked. But I don't know where the fuck that mentality came from. But multiple times, my mom or dad would sneak down the stairs to the basement where I lived, like walk as quiet as possible to my door and bust through my bedroom door. And I'm not joking or exaggerating when I say they would audibly say, "Ha!" And I'd be like folding clothes on my bed, listening to music. And again, not fucking with you. If I wasn't like, they never caught me doing anything because what the fuck? I wasn't an idiot. Then they'd be like, well, I bet you were doing some down here. I fucking smell drugs. And you're just like, okay. Here. Okay. Fine. I still have the box. I had this little cedar chest in my closet that had this little, like, those fakey doll locks that you can fucking stick a pencil in and unlock. Had one of those in my closet that had something my Nana gave to me in it, and my grandpa made the box. One day when I was at school, I guess my mom was putting clothes away in my room and found it. Used a crowbar to rip it in half because she thought something might be in it. And then just left it torn in half on my closet floor. Like, I don't know where it came from. I really don't. But to this day, because of these things, I am very private. And I worship my privacy. And people that want to be nosy have no business. Get out. Like, it's like self-preservation, man. And like, if we closed a door, they'd remove our doors. That was the lesson. Remove your doors. Because you can't close a door if you don't have a door. What the fuck? It's not okay. Yeah. I mean, I was out of there as fast as I fucking could. I have to burp. The older I get, the less I care, but I still have that annoying mind goblin going, find out everything about them and trying to bash it to shut up and try to bash it to shut up. Really? Oh man, I don't even know if I was that, I don't even know if I was that way when I was younger. I kind of find a lot of pleasure in discovering things way later in the relationship that are real ridiculous. Like, I just recently, like, literally, Zach and I have been together 4 years. I just recently learned that he was a straight A student he got the perfect attendance award. In his last year of high school, he actually signed up to take an extra elective of, like, math an hour before school actually started. That guy. What the fuck? That wasn't me in school. I was doing my damnedest to get the fuck out. I was like, what classes don't I have to take? Not those ones then. Like, crazy. But I kind of thrive in finding that shit out later. It's fun. Like, if you find out everything in the first week, what do you have to talk about forever? I disclose it to people I start dating online, and really the only thing they need to know is I may appear feminine, but I have a pen, penis. I can read, I swear to God. But just because I have a penis doesn't make me less of a woman. Thank fuck. I hope you have the appropriate response if there's ever a negative response to that. It's the block button. In case that, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh my God, Mishy. My mom did the same, but she highlighted. I forgot about that. You just unlocked such a weird tunnel memory in my brain. My mom read my diary. I was 12. Earmarked the pages to discuss with me later. I mean, there's so many crazy ones out there, right? Everyone deserves privacy. Seriously. I mean, it's so real. A lot of these things actually made me not just a private person, but I have like existential, like a worry that I'm doing something wrong. Every time I leave my house, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. And if a cop's around, they're going to arrest me for it. I have no idea what that thing is, but I think I'm doing something wrong because my parents literally instilled in me that I'm always doing something wrong, probably. Even when I'm not, I'm probably doing it. So now I really do think that all the time. Like, I have a weird, petrifying fear of being in trouble, but I've never really been in trouble. Like, I just sit in my house and smoke weed all day that is completely legal. Like, I can't do anything to get in trouble, but I have this petrification of it. It's terrible. And it's because I was just made to think I'm always doing it when I fucking wasn't doing shit, like folding laundry or something, you know? Do you write in code now? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, Timmy, I'm respecting your privacy by knocking first, but as your parent, I'm coming in anyways. Yuck. My dad did a cute but creepy thing. He took my diary, literally wrote a song to a poem I wrote, and gave it to me. Sweet, but what the fuck? Yeah, it's like sweet intentions, but we could have gone better about that. We could have gone about that better. Yeah, thank you, Dad, but like, ooh. That's me. Fox, I'm not kidding you. I almost go to the doctor and get prescriptions sometimes just to get through the airport because I feel like I'm always doing something wrong, even when I'm not doing anything wrong. I feel like there's something about me I'm doing something wrong that I'm unaware of, and someone better than me is going to point it out and I'm going to be in trouble. But there's no way to prevent it because I don't know what it is. So it's just like an existential problem. I definitely have that deep seated in my life. Yes. And I thrive on a lock. Dude, Luna, I wonder. You gotta wonder, dude. It's fucking weird. Being a parent has to be the weirdest experience in the entire world, honestly. Like, I feel bad talking shit about my parents, but like, there are universal behaviors that I think everyone can agree to, i.e., removing your daughter's door when she has 3 older brothers that are constantly having teenage friends in and out of the house, and when you bitch that you want a door so you can get changed in your own bedroom, and your mom says, why? That's not okay. I think that's universally accepted that that's inappropriate behavior to treat a teenage child that is under the age of 18 under your roof. So I don't feel bad in that way. But being a parent has to be a wild ride. Like, I couldn't do it. And I'm not gonna do it because I don't think I do a good job. I didn't have great, role models. To quote RuPaul when she was counseling Katie, you're addicted to anxiety. 100%. There's actually a science to that. Like, we high function under anxious states of being. Therefore, we kind of do get a little subconsciously addicted to it. But, like, there needs to be more of an on-off button, I guess. I had a bad addiction to the cafeteria food in high school. I stole my money from my parents for a bit. But now, if my parents are like, where'd this 20 go? I still feel the guilt and I hate it. It's forever. Yeah. We had an all hands today, so I knew it. Glut, you could go back. I wish I would have timestamped myself. I'm not kidding you. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. First thing this morning, I don't know. I don't know why it came up, but I straight up said, Glut's usually around lurking, but I think today is his big meeting hellscape day. Crazy. Can't remember my own phone number, address, or where the fuck I am right now, but I remembered that. There's usually a day a week where Glut is stuck in straight up just, and by meeting hell, I mean it's one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other for hours. Yeah, that's got to be just exhausting. Just listening to people that much. I was always threatened with police, Santa. Oh, with the police, Santa, Easter Bunny, etc. If you don't behave, the cops will take you away. If you don't be good, Santa won't bring you presents. So I learned that I was always being watched and bad. I got the opposite. I got the, why are you acting this way? You got blah, blah, blah for your birthday 7 months ago. Do I need to take that away? Constantly. Which is why, like, to this day, I just cry all day on my birthday because my body is so accustomed to fucking trauma from people being nice to me. Like, oh, you're nice to me? You want something or you're going to use this later. Please stop being nice to me. That's my instinct, and it's horrible. It's literally 2 weeks from my birthday, and I'm already anxious as fuck about it. It's so stupid. But to this day, that's my, like, if someone gifts me something or is nice to me, they're going to use it later to make me feel like shit, or they want something. And I already need to know what they want. And if I don't know what it is, I'm failing already. And it's just, fuck, dude. Yeah, do you want me to call Santa? Come and have him come get this? You want coal in your stocking? It was. I was aware of two of the discussions. The third one was a surprise. Well, guess I'm doing this shit now. Oh, God. That sucks. Nybird, that's absolutely illegal. I mean, I've said that so many times. You couldn't pay me billions of dollars to be a child again. Never. Even with the brain I have today, there's no making logic with parents like what some of us were gifted. It's narcissism, right? You can't logic with narcissism. And when you have a narcissistic parent, they truly, in their heart of hearts, feel they have a right to every bit of you, your soul, your being, your corpse, your skin, everything. And if you try to block them from that, you are enemy number one and they will destroy you. There's no logic. There's no like, hey, all my other friends get a door. Hell, some of them get a little lock on their door. You know? Oh, my mom did that with my clothes, Viata. Dude, our parents might have been tight. I don't know. They might have known each other. No shit. If you don't pick up your clothes, I'm going to throw them away. She threw away all my clothes. That was a fun day. I have that as a deep core trauma. That's why I have to clarify to people that a gift is a gift. Do with it as you will. I say it as much further as myself. I love that. That mentality is very much part of the Burning Man thing. And it was so instilled in me, just those like 11 days stuck there. That like unconditional giving. And it's so hard. I mean, you can't blame the way you were raised on how you act today. But like, I don't know if you guys have been around for a few years, but for the past 9 years, I have tried desperately to stream on my birthday and do something fun. And 2 hours in, I am just a blubbering snot mess. And I can't. My body literally goes into mode like someone's going to hit me. That's how my body reacts to kindness. And that is so fucked up. I hate that. I would like to not feel that. Please. Smoke the pain away. Cheers. Yep, Emerald. Isn't it weird how things get associated like that? It sucks. Dude, Barry, that's why we have a 426 emote. Duh. Are you even a stoner if you're on time? Yeah. We have a 420 emote, we have a cheers emote, we have a smoke emote, and we have a 426 emote. Because only real stoners get it. Yeah, and Viata brings up an exceedingly valid point. You're never late for 420 if you're literally always high. So, suck on that, motherfucker! Cheers. Right? Honestly. if I have like a doctor's appointment, I make sure I'm 30 minutes early because I know myself. And if I'm not 30 minutes early, I will be 45 minutes late. Or I will not show up. Something will happen. Midgard, thank you for that resub. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Shall we finish this Q&A? Sorry. That really hit a note with me. I know we're literally listening to a Q&A about an animated show, but they hit on some really important topics. And I think navigating life and being kind and empathetic to your partner, but also remaining partly inside and keeping part of yourself to yourself is important to talk about. And as someone who's exceedingly private and how some may describe secretive because omit by, or what is it, lying by omission or whatever. Sorry, I didn't bring up the fact that I was fucking ard when I was blank years old. Like, that's not exactly something that comes up in conversation. And I don't want to talk about it as an example. I think it's important to talk about that kind of thing. And if any of you feel like someone's trying to invade your personal boundaries when it comes to your inner self and parts of yourself that, again, best case scenario, don't affect your partner, don't affect you today, don't blah, 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 blah. And you want to keep to yourself, like, maybe talk to them about it, because that's not fair. C-Town, I get that. I mean, I was sober for quite some time when I was, like, applying for jobs at different hospitals and shit like that. What are you going to do? I'm not going to strap strange pee to my leg and risk not getting a job or losing my nationally accredited license. Fuck that. My neighbors called the cops on me for asking them not to do something illegal right behind my house that was endangering my dog. Yep. It's been a month and I still feel like it's my fault and I know it's not trauma. No shit. I feel so fucking akin to that. I've never in my life gone through something, a car accident, etc., anything that would require a police officer and thought to myself instinctually, oh, we should call the cops. That'll make this a better situation. Not even before I was cognizant of the issue we have with a lot of law enforcement in our country. I seriously, like, I don't know if that was instilled by my parents or whatever, but I was telling this to my parents one time as an adult, and my dad goes, well, yeah, you might call them because someone did something to you, and they'll find something wrong with you to nail you with it because you wasted their time. And, I mean, it's kind of true, though. You know? It's a little gross. Also, Sugar, thank you for the resub. I fucking appreciate you and love you. Boundaries are important. You know, C-Town, dude, my therapist said something to me this week that really, involving that, fucking slapped me across the face. Like, I was saying to her, I've always I want to be, like, she was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Whatever. I want to be low maintenance. Like, I don't want anyone, you guys know this, I've said this, and I'm going to cry if I talk about it too long. But, like, I feel like just the definition of Katie is burden. No matter what the situation is, if there's another person in the room, I'm burdening them just by existing, let alone breathing, making a noise, drinking a glass of water, like, God forbid I make a sound. I feel that way. I just want to not be that. And she straight up, I'm trying to think of exactly how she worded it, but she said, it's nice that you think about people around you. Like, that's an admirable trait. However, low maintenance does not mean you have learned to handle your neurodivergence in any better of a way. It means that you have made your neurodivergence easier for others to deal with. And, like, in the bin with it. Fuck. I love to call her the Mack truck because she likes to run me over with mean things. Like, man, it's really fucked with my thought process this week because that is something, and it's like, you know, I'm about to turn 36 and I've wasted 36 years of a very limited lifetime, like, trying not to bother other people when why the fuck? What the fuck? Know what I'm saying? I know. That's, oh God, Viata, that's a really, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, she said, I think I told you guys about this one or I tweeted her or something. She loves to, she has so many one-liners. I'm bad at quoting them. But she said something along the lines of a few weeks ago, she said, oh God, what was it? How many emotions of your own have you smothered to prevent others from calling you too emotional or from being defined as too emotional or too much. And like, without even thinking, I was like, all of them. Fuck! Which is why I'm like, angry on the inside. Bigger on the inside. Yeah, stop making yourself smaller to make other people more comfortable. Isn't that fucking weird? But like, when you say it like that, it's like, yeah, of course. Why would you make yourself smaller to make other people comfortable? But the way that I guess my brain metabolized that information that I was raised with was be courteous of others. Think about other people in the room. Always think about other people in the room. But unfortunately, that thought process turned into you don't count. You don't matter. And how you feel around other people is irrelevant. So, like, sit on a bed of pins, but don't cry because that lady over there's napping and you don't want to wake her up. And it's fucked with me a lot. Like, that shit's rough because it's now I don't know. Like, I don't have a balance between what's just, kind, courteous behavior and what is absolutely putting myself at a detriment constantly, just so I'm not like, it's weird. I don't know. It's such a weird, like, that's what happens, I think, though, is when you give kids really hard extremes like that to start growing up by, when we're adults, we don't know how to fit in the middle. I have a really hard time with, like, where's the middle? So then I just end up not communicating with other people if I can help it because I just don't. I'm not 100% how it's going to go. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. Like, I'll end up telling everyone that, hyenas have penises and hemorrhage out and die. And then no one wants to be my friend. Happy fun time event? What is that? Protecting your energy is hard. I cut off family members because I feel things so deeply, it affects my mental health and energy. I'm sure you got the get over it. That was, I don't know if I don't know. I mean, how would I know if I feel things on a deeper level than anyone else? I have literally never been anyone else. But literally, my whole life, it was like, hey, everyone else is having a great time. Can you get over it? It's your behavior right now is selfish. That was 24/7. Me having an anxiety attack at Disneyland because I'm suddenly around 50 million strangers and one of them just touched my butt and I'm 12. But I'm really bumming everybody out. And it's really selfish. Think about everyone else. They could have been in line for a ride by now, but you're over here crying with your melting ice cream. Now, are you going to choose to change your behavior? Or are you going to sulk and ruin everyone's vacation? It's your choice. Have a good day. And then fucking walk away from me and leave me alone by a trash can in a theme park. Not that that's a real story or anything. That didn't happen! I'm fine. I'm doing great. But, like, I know I'm not the only one. You guys have shared stories that are so deeply fucking nastily similar that it honestly, it throws me back sometimes how similar. And you gotta wonder, like, how, like, I feel like the generations we try to become softer, we do our best to become softer than our parents. How bad were theirs? Like, what the fuck did my Nana do to make my mom that? My Nana was sweet as pie to me. I don't know. But cheers to the bitches who survive, because shit fucks. Well, I mean, I've said that to my therapist, Sugar, and she laughs at me. She's never said it's not true. But I'm like, sometimes I feel like I was born to give my parents a reason to hate each other. Because before I was born, they just hated each other. But then they had me, and it was like, that's why we hate each other. And it just became the stem of it. I know that's not real. I really hope that's not real. But it really feels like that sometimes. Like, hard. I turned 36 this May. For the past year, I've talked to a therapist about this very thing, not setting my own boundaries and sacrificing my wants, needs for others. Oh my God, we're the same age. Is it a thing? It's confusing now. I also know the white hot rage. I mean, that's inevitably what it turns into, right? And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be someone that's described as like volatile, a ticking time bomb, because inevitably every 6 months I'm gonna, because I don't know how to accurately express just everyday casually emotions. Because, like, you know, if something just annoys me, I feel like if I bring it up, I'm gonna hurt the other person's feelings so deeply that they'll never want to talk to me again. They'll break up with me and they'll kill my dog. But really, it's just because they left a sock in the hallway and I tripped on it in the dark and I thought it was an animal and it really scared me. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want to know that that scared someone? But that's where my mind goes with it. So then I never say anything, and every 6 months, my brain flips out in a really weirdly dramatic way about the sock when it has nothing to do with the sock. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. It's not an excuse. I'm working on it. I've been in therapy for a bit. Like, just the daily expression and not telling yourself, like, my inner dialogue is nonstop. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're being too much. It's not that big of a deal. Because I have no idea what a big deal even is. They're all not that big of a deal. Like, I don't bring up anything. I've become the ultimate low maintenance. Which doesn't help me at all. It's the worst. I highly suggest no one does that. It's not fair. That was basically my stepdad. He would smile and laugh, actually, sometimes. It's pretty bad. '76. Was my dad older than your dad, Viana? Yeah. My dad would have been, well, he would have turned. No, this November, he would have been 78. Whoa. Big wow. That's crazy. Me and my mom talk a lot about past stuff. She apologizes for stuff. She also goes to therapy as well. I think I tried that a bit when I was a little bit younger. I tried approaching some conversations like that with my mom. And I mean, conversation 1. Hey, Mom, I think I'm going to go to therapy. What did I do to deserve this? What? What did I do? What did I do wrong to deserve this? It's my fault, inevitably, right? And I was like, okay, that's where this stops then. I get that. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. You want to get a coffee? You want to get a coffee? Let's just go get coffees. I've had a stroke. What's therapy? What's that? You know? Like, no shit. Not, no, we're just ragging today, but these are quintessential. These are bad conversations. And if you've had these, approach them in different ways. My sister started going to therapy when she was in law school, I think, because she was in law school, losing her fucking mind. And after her first therapy appointment, she calls my mom. My mom's like, how did it go? And Sarah just says, fine. And my mom goes, therapy is just a supplement for what I give you. You should tell me everything you guys talk about, and then we can work it out when you get home, because therapists don't really know. Like, not verbatim, but that's the exact gist of, my sister could quote it. I was, what? The narcissism is just like, but like, what are you going to do? I can't force anybody to do anything. Love from afar, Really far. That's me, Revoltcon. No shit. My dad would have been 78. My mom's 70. Cheers. Cheers to surviving every single shitty thing we've ever gone through thus far. Because there ain't no comparing, but damn, I know it's been bad. That's the same, Emerald. I'm sure you've seen that stupid fucking trite. It's like we go to therapy to talk about and deal with the people in our life who refuse to go to therapy. I hate how real that can feel sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm it, And again, therapy's a privilege. Not everyone can afford it. Not everyone has insurance. Not everyone can go, et cetera, et cetera. Like, those things aside, if you have those tools to go, honestly, I really do think everybody should go to therapy if they can. as a preventative measure. I feel like as a country, at least in America, we very much are Band-Aid healthcare, and our healthcare system has caused us to be that way, don't get me wrong. But if you only go to the doctor when something's broken, then how do they know you're normal to get you back to that state? And I think that way with your brain, which is why I go to therapy even when I'm not in an existential breakdown, because I feel like she can sense when I'm starting to go downhill before I'm in the crater, crying and sobbing in a pile of shit, and like throw me a rope. Oh my God, there's no such thing as on it, dude. Healthcare is, I literally had my mental breakdown on stream. I've been around for a bit, wasn't diagnosed with anything until I was like 30 years old. I had it all here, and like, there was no way I could ignore what happened. Not that I did anything. I just cry. I couldn't stop crying all the time. It was really bad. And it kind of like turned into a situation where it wasn't just people being super supportive. It turned into a situation of people being like camaraderie. Like so many people in the community reaching out and being like, I know exactly what you're going through right now. And I'm just letting you know, like, I'm fully aware there's nothing I can do to help you. But if you just need a metaphorical hand to hold, like if you want to watch movies in, I don't even know if Discord was around then, whatever, TeamSpeak or whatever, it turned into like so many people sharing their stories with me that I was like, I think nothing fixes neurodivergence. Like meds, nothing. We're neurodivergent no matter what. We're just trying to make it so it's easier for us to exist in the everyday world. But there's something to be said about less of that isolation adding to the shit stank that is I know I'm inherently a little off. The isolation is just like a bunch of shit on the shit. And when you don't have people around you that are open to telling you, like, I've been there, I've cried for no reason for 7 days straight. I know what it feels like to wonder how the fuck your tear ducts are still going. And I am aware and acknowledge there's nothing either of us can do, but I'm just gonna sit here next to you and watch a movie or something like that. And that was something I'd never experienced in my life before. I definitely not a hugging family by any means, not a warm, cuddly, more of a like, are you dying? Show me, I'll give you something to cry about, etc. Kind of tough love kind of family. So that was very foreign to me, like super fucking foreign to me. It's hard for me to remember back because I was definitely out of my mind, but I can't help but assume I probably thought a lot of it was just bullshittery because that's my instinct is like, oh, you're nice to me, you want something. Just so fucked up because I have never been nice to someone just because I want something. Why do I assume that about everybody else? Talk about narcissism. I am existentially really scared of being a narcissist. That's not apparent. I don't want it. Oh God. I was officially diagnosed with CPSD in 2017. That's been fun to unpack. Yeah. One of the weirdest things I feel like that I've unpacked out of since getting diagnoses and shit is like, I'm not out here diagnosing, but just thinking of the way my Nana was, the way my mom was growing up, the way my aunts are, and how mirrored all of our behaviors are, and like the genetic component to neurodivergence in itself is crazy. And I don't mean crazy like, she crazy, but like, wow, astounding. There's so much there, that it also gives me a little sense of like, it's not so much my fault. Like, the Catholicism on top of just all of it. You take everything as your fault. Like, a storm happens on the other side of the world and you're like, oh, was it me? I'm so sorry. Like, I remember growing up and learning the stereotype about Canada and how everybody says they're sorry all the time. I'm like, but I do that all the time. Shouldn't we all just be sorry for existing? I thought that's the way this worked. If you're alive, you're sorry about it, right? No? Oh, okay. Sick. Not just me. C-Town, I totally get that. I had to like, I kind of had like a weird come into God moment when I got all my diagnoses and I finally got on a good like level of drugs for my head where I want to be, I'm going to cry if I talk. Hold on. I want to be that person my little self needed really badly. It's fine. Think about dicks. Think about duck dicks. They're explosive corkscrews and they're super scary and they have barbs. Okay, we're fine. We're better. But that's like my aim. And little Katie needed a hug really bad. You know? Duck dicks. We're fine. I loaded a bowl. Smoked the pain away. What neurodivergencies do I face? I mean, let's be honest, it's all made up human words, right? But like, I've been officially diagnosed with bipolar, OCD, and ADHD. Yeah, and I never remember which bipolar type, but it's the hyper one, if that's not apparent. It's definitely the one. But it's basically, I mean, the bipolar, I think it's a scale, just like everything else, like a sliding scale. But it's essentially defined by, when I get into a state of adrenaline spike or anxiety spike because I'm excited about something, I can't stop. So like it should, if it was a graph, it'd be like, oh, look at that spike and all those fun, and she goes down back to normal again. I just existentially keep going up until my body exhausts itself from producing those neurochemicals, and then I go into the equal down, and it's really bad. It sucks, and that's what the meds help with a lot. The mania, yeah. I'm the mania one, whatever the fuck that is. But it feels like it's got to be a spectrum. I have a really hard time thinking of the vastness of humans and how beautifully diverse our like brain salad is, that there's a type 1 and a type 2. There's so many ways to think and so many like brains. We're diverse, man. We're cool. There's a lot going on up there. We just got into a weird mode of shaming it. Duck dicks. Seriously. See? I fixed it. Duck dicks. Not even a tear dropped. Amazing. Cheers. Look at that, suppressing emotions and dissociating. It's incredible how easy it comes to me now. Wow. Like a magic power. Yeah, the on and off, the A, B, the 1, 2, the like, it's just, we're too much. It's so hard. Like, I would have a hard time believing every bipolar person isn't in a little bit of A, a little bit of B. I think we're defined by where we go to most of the time, and it can, in general, give an idea of the behavior. So, for instance, people that are defined by the mania, we tend to be fantastical. Like I've told you guys before I was diagnosed, medicated, and shit, one of my, like, not a symptom, but like something I would do is I would wake up after sleeping 2 hours a night. And when you wake up in the morning, it feels like you're already on like ephedrins, like diet pills from the 80s. You just feel at 100%. Everyone's your best friend. You love everyone. Doesn't matter. It's the best day of your life. And I would wake up in the morning. I would drive to Joann's, throw $500 down on everything to make a quilt, and I would make a quilt in under 12 hours. That was my mania. It was fantastical thinking in that I can do that. That's reasonable. People do that all the time. While in getting a medical degree, by the way, I was in college. Like, that's where I take it. Whereas when you're in the depressive mode, it gets more into the very dangerous, like not wanting to be on this earth anymore. So I think the definitions can help a medical professional when looking for what behaviors may be the sign of, oh, they're going a little like that way or that way. But both sides have the flip side as well. Like on a like a literal chemical sense, my body can go on that graph up existentially, but there's a certain point where everybody's body exhausts itself, and I physically do not have the components to create any more serotonin and dopamine, and the crash is just as hard as the mania was. But I can't speak to the opposite, whatever that type is, but to me, it feels worse because you're not going from normal to sad. You're going from the best Disneyland day of my life to why even breathe? within a minute. I mean, overnight. It's so weird. I've told you guys that before. Growing up, before I even knew, I had no vocabulary for any of this. Like, my family is not the type to go get your brain checked out. And I remember thinking to myself as a teenager, it's normal for everyone to literally, literally, not like literally wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day and have to figure out who they are. I thought that was completely normal. I thought everybody was inconsistent and striving for some level of consistency every day. I thought that was normal. I would spend like the first 5 minutes of my day just laying there staring at the ceiling and trying to figure out, not deciding, mind you. I fucking hate when people say that. Figuring out, who are you? Are you going to be irritated by anyone in your vicinity, or are you going to love everything? And then inevitably someone upstairs would make a sound, and whether or not it made me want to burn the house down or go ask them if they want me to make bacon for breakfast really was my trigger. Like, oh, that's who you are today. And it set the tone for how I was going to mask that all day. Because you can't do that. You can't be inconsistent. That's very inconvenient to others. Don't be selfish. Think of other people in the room.
I'm doing fine. Because I just don't go in rooms with people anymore. Because then you don't have to think about those people and you can just breathe. Incredible.
Incredible. Sorry, I don't even know how we got here. I didn't mean to get hard talking. Something hit a note. But no shit. That's good talks. I don't know how I got here, but you guys are always good for a good talk, and I appreciate you. Oh, yep. They just thought I had a bad temper since I learned early on to convert the depression to anger. Yep. You learn to translate whatever emotion you're feeling into something palpable, I feel like. Because when you're really young, like, you don't have the language to express what you're feeling to your parents, and I feel like it's kind of a parent's, like, if I was a parent, I'd, like, try to figure it out, and, like, give compassion where I could. But in my family, it was like, what's wrong with you? You don't know? Stop wasting my time. And it was like, okay. So eventually you just stopped wasting their time, you know? I mean, kids learn whether or not you're teaching them something on purpose or not. And that's the tragedy of childhood. I do not hate my parents. Every parent is a person created by their parents, and so on and so forth. But that doesn't mean I have to subject myself to further mental abuse. You know? I don't know. Too real talk? I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Like, I think I think about it around my birthday every year, kind of, because it's a weird time. It's just weird. It's a weird time where you see people around you who nobody has a normal childhood, nobody has normal anything. But the vast majority of people, like, have a semblance of family. They celebrate birthdays in a nice way, etc. And you look at that and you're like, I wonder what that feels like. And I think the older I get, I wonder, like, is it damaging that I don't know what that feels like? Like, does that make me a shitty friend to have because I don't really know how to do any of that? You know? Like, I will never be the friend to throw you a surprise birthday party or, like, surprise you on a birthday or learn to celebrate anything. I don't know how. And I wonder, I'm like, man, am I just a shitty person? Did I become a shitty person because I'm just, like, ill-equipped to do these things, I guess, you know? Hi, Mayo. How are you, love? Sorry, I was catching up with chat. What the fuck is normal anyways? There is no normal, I don't think. The idea of normal that people describe is something that I don't want to be a part of. It just stresses me out. Dude, I mean, we're already, like, just trying to survive. Imagine the additional layer of, like, appease the mass by this normal concept that, what's that? I couldn't even fathom. Like, what the fuck is that? My family ain't perfect. We all accept each other. I'll always bring a friend over if they're feeling lonely because they moved from somewhere else and don't have family here. That's pretty nice. You've been reading my diary? Reading. Don't mind the sticky pages. I want to say this. I love this community and you as a streamer. Thank you. You're all a bunch of lovely we are. You're a bunch of lovely weirdos who've welcomed myself and others with open arms without judgment. I've also started to heal as a person. Oh, we have some pretty dank conversations. I heal here as a person too. Let's be real. Samesies. I can't take that credit. I think I just, for some reason, attract some pretty cool people. Whether it be a real talk, a laugh, or whatever, this community is wonderful and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Hard same. Hard fucking same. Still very upset with the last time I got looked at for brain stuff because it literally says in the paperwork I show signs of ADHD, but when they asked my mama their opinion, they were like, oh, it's just her anxiety. I don't condone violence, but there's part of me that wants to be like, you know, ow, don't mind the pain. That's just my fist in your throat. What the fuck? Oh my god, your roommate, literally your best friend who I live with, has the same birthday. Shut up, that's amazing. She's turning 30. You better play her that Bo Burnham song. It's amazing. And if you don't know about it, please go look it up. Bo Burnham turning 30. It's immaculate. I have presents wrapped season passes to Canada's Wonderland. Oh my god, yes. It's a theme park for those who don't know, and I'm taking her out for dinner, going to have balloons everywhere, going to have a candle that says old as fuck, and have her. Oh my god. You're an incredible friend. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying this, but if someone tried to do that to me, I'd probably have an anxiety attack and end up in the ER. Realistically, like, I would not emotionally know what the fuck to do, and I would, you know, like it's that the Segura stand up about his mom doing edibles when he's like gasping for breath in the chair, and at some point he's just like, huh! And he passes out. Me. You know what I'm saying? You're an amazing friend. That is the way you should treat friends. I wish I had been taught this. I'm working on it. But I'm still at the stage of like, just remember to say happy birthday for fuck's sake. It's funny, my family, when we were younger, always tried to have birthdays for me, my sibling and cousins. Wow. But now I'm older, I don't have the tools to set up a birthday party for someone. Maybe none of us do. Fox, thank you. I feel the same. I mean, obviously, I would stop coming here if I could, if I didn't like it. I'm very picky about my environment. I had to maintain a lot of shitty environments in the past. Also, just anxiety like that. I know. And you bring up such a good point. Like, that's lessening anxiety. I mean, how the fuck is anxiety any less miserable than any other horrible emotion that's out of control because of something going on in your brain? Like, as someone who has absolutely experienced I call it unnecessary anxiety, but anxiety that just stems from nothing happening. It's my body literally just going out of whack. And when your hands just start to like sweat for no reason and you're watching it drip off your fingertips and pool in your palms, sure, it's just anxiety. I'm fine. Like, I would slap them with my wet hands. Hi, Count. How are you, love? I love the girl so much. She lived cross country for a bit and moved back home. So she lived east or what side are you on? Canada's so big. This place okay, I guess. I mean, Barry, you have so many places to pick from. She hasn't been to Wonderland since left 8 years ago. That's pretty cool though. The only thing I don't know what it was called, but in BC they have that. It's a huge rope bridge that goes over this, I mean, chasm in the earth. It's intimidating. And it's in the woods and it's super pretty. And if you go in the wintertime, they have like rope bridges and these cool like tree walks. It looks very much like Ewok-y, but you're way up in the trees and it's all lit up for Christmas and shit, but it's like negative 30 degrees. Bring hot cocoa. I make sure my friends enjoy their birthday, but I me avoid birthdays as been let down too much to plan anything for myself because it always goes wrong. I just don't know how or what to do. Like I'm still at the state where if someone says, "What would you do for your birthday?" I don't know because I'm afraid if I say what I would actually do, they wouldn't like it and they might hate me for what I might do on my birthday. What the fuck? Like I physically do not know what I like or want. I don't know. What do you want? I'll be good with that probably. I don't know. I've rewritten my brain to be just so easy. So easygoing. Meanwhile, I've just deleted my humanity in the fucking process. Oh, I thought that you're in Ontario. She went to the coast. Went to this. Oh, no shit. We went to the same school, then moved out there 8 years ago. Damn. Dude, you should do. I mean, does Nifty have white hair? Do it. Do it. Mom had anxiety and stuff themselves. Like, I love them and they support the best they can. But sorry, my chat jumped. You can differently till they grew up in a time where mental health and stuff was just ignored or not talked about. When they got on meds, the first time my grandma told them negative things. So I know they mean well. It's just annoying they didn't realize that was negative for me 100%. That's exactly the way I think of it. Like I don't demonize my family and my parents, but I don't excuse the behavior. It's just I know a lot of it's just the way they were hardwired from their parents. Inevitably, I'm definitely probably hardwired from them in some ways. I'm not going to have kids, so I don't have to figure it out by listening to them 30 years down the line when they talk online to someone about how fucked up they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all end up fucked up some way or another. But I mean, like you said, like I think about it. It's so I think about it like my nana was so kind to me. Like she was loving and stuff. Again, not a hugger, not physically, but like sweet, warm as you can get without physically touching somebody. And like she was raised in a Irish Catholic orphanage by nuns, and that's my mom's mom. So I don't know what the fuck she did as a mom, but her examples as mothers weren't great, you know. So I try to forgive and just move. It doesn't help to sit on it, you know. I'd rather just deal with it, grow from it, try to be better. Like I said, I try to be the person my little self needed, which was deeply just someone to hug them for no reason other than they kind of looked like they needed a hug. Someone who didn't count the seconds before they let go first. You know? Something like that. I try to be that a little bit. I don't hug if you don't want to hug, but if you want to hug, I'm a good hugger, I've been told. I never wanted kids. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like dolls and stuff. I have such a big trouble with planning events because people expect me not to ask their ideas, which I will never get. I mean, why wouldn't you ask? Hugs are the best. We hug at least 3 times a day. And if we don't, we get to whip each other with knives. We like it when the red water comes. Knives? What's the thing with the whip with the blades? I couldn't think of the name. Wasn't as good. Knives? How the fuck do you whip with a knife, Katie? I'm gonna pistol whip you. Hi, Bill. Cat of nine tails, that thing. Is that what it was? Yeah, that was what I tried to. It didn't come out, though, in the moment. It just ended up weird. There's a meme of, are you easygoing or did you learn as a child? People liked you more when you didn't express your needs. Shot to the heart. Oh, someone call someone. I am deceased. No, you know what I say? I say I'm very grateful for my friends who are parents. Like, if every single person within a 20-year range of my age didn't want to be parents, the human race would die. I like kids. I just want to be that cool aunt that hugs when maybe your mom has a migraine and can't hug. And it's not your mom's fault, but you desperately need a hug. You know? I just want to be the cool aunt. I like kids. I love my friends' kids. Kids are fun. I get them. Like, I love the way kids think because I still am thinking that way. I'm just living out the childhood I didn't get. You know, I'm 36-year-old with like lizards and frogs and spiders and poodles and video games and, you know. I'm living the world I didn't get, which I think a lot of us are doing, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I firmly believe this as someone who didn't have it, the world needs more childless aunts. And I mean, not necessarily childless, but aunts with no responsibilities who can be that second parent. We used to raise kids as a community. Therefore, there was never not someone that child could fall back on if they were in a moment of, you know, distress. A non-judgmental zone where you're just going to go from the not safe zone to a safe place. And then you get your ass reamed. But you don't have to fear an ass reaming to get out of the safe place, you know? That we need people like that. I say it's the aunt, but it's whatever. It's just a person like that kids can depend on because we're so isolated now. Especially after COVID. Like, we're all isolated. So fucking isolated. And, I mean, realistically, I think most parents would agree, like, it's a lot of responsibility to put on one parent to be available 24/7 all the time, completely always aware of your phone, and you want to. I'm not saying you don't want to, but, like, the extra layer of another human being also being available has to give you some level of, like, oh, thank fuck. Like, if I'm shitting furiously and my phone dies while I'm having wild diarrhea, my child has someone else they can call. That's what I'm saying. Someone responsible who doesn't have children themselves is in my experience, because I don't have kids, but just doesn't have those responsibilities themselves so they can drop everything at a moment's notice and go help a child. There's not a lot of people that can do that whom themselves have children. And that's not their fault. You got to take care of your own fucking kids. Like, please do. You know? But we need people like that in the world. It does. It really does take a village. Something happened. What do you guys... Do you just growl at him? The dogs. They're the best. I love them. My sister's kids are 18, 17, 16, 14. Whoa. Full house. Yeah. That's a lot of teenagers in one general vicinity. My God. I want to be a cool uncle that lets you know it's okay to be who you are and show them love and affection and they might not get from their parents. Yep. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that, even for my friends' kids. Like, I'm not gonna give your kids booze and shit, but I will absolutely go pick them up from a party if they get in an unsafe place. Like, I use that example a lot, but I remember as a kid that was one of the main times where it's like, you know, I'd go to a girlfriend's house to have a sleepover, but that friend, you know, lived in town near other people, and suddenly we're all going to this super creepy trailer on the edge of town where some 20-year-old somethings that work at the mill live and get free beer because we're cute and young and party. And I'd be like, yeah, cool. Get there, instant anxiety attack, full body shutdown. And I had nobody to call at all. And thank fuck I wasn't killed or anything, or like something horrible didn't happen, but it could have. And that's what I mean by I want to be that person my child self needed. Just that person, like, they know that they have an out that is going to be there no matter what. You know? I don't know. I think we need more people like that. I want to be that person. I try to be that person. The oldest just had a baby and he's 2 months old. Holy shit. Babe, like, I don't know, what age do kids suddenly, I wonder, moms in chat, at what age were you, like, cognizant that, wow, this is significantly not as much work? Like, I wonder if it's a thing, like, is it potty training? Is it a level of independence? Because I don't know, again, don't have kids, but I feel like the more independent my kid got, the more nervous I'd be. Like, I'm not there to witness the action or do the action for them, therefore they could fuck it up and hurt themselves. I guess you just kind of got to let go. Let it flow. You know? Oh my god, it's like 6 minutes till 4:20 now. I have got a loaded bowl. I'm good. Curly fries are the best. I'm just the cool aunt. My sister had 2 kids, and that's good. Also never had interest in having kids. Me too. Yep, I kind of like almost tried to force myself to consider it a little bit when I was younger, like my early 20s. Because I was dating a guy, I think, at the time who kind of maybe wanted kids or something. And I was like, okay, I've never really actually thought about it. I've just, ever since, forever, I was like, I don't want kids. Gross. And I really did sit down and have like a real, pros and cons with myself. And I like kids, but I've never had the craving to have them as like a life milestone I need to feel complete, I guess. I don't have that maternal. I mean, obviously, I got something maternal in me because I love my animals, but I don't know. I never had it. I still don't have it. It seems unappealing. Is it the potty training? Yeah, because I would imagine like there's no time schedule for changing a child. I should say moms and dads. I don't know why. I should apologize if I ever just default say moms in chat for literally every question ever. My dad died when I was 7. Didn't have a dad. Like no present male figure. So unfortunately, I accidentally default just like everyone only has a mom, right? I think you guys have probably heard me say like dads are fake news a lot because it's a weird like phenomena. I do not. There's no way to do this on purpose. Every single man I've ever dated either has a dead dad or a completely absentee father they've never met. Like I've never ever had a fucking sniff at a father-in-law in my life, and it's infuriating because I know he would love me. All parents love me. They're all dead, including mine. So I just default to moms because, like, everyone I've ever dated, all their stories about me and my mom. My mom did this, my mom did that. No dads. I apologize. I completely acknowledge there are dads in the world. You guys are awesome. Thanks for still being there and not dying. I don't know if it did anything like permanent damage. I think I'm okay. Ish. But I forget if I forget I default that language and I apologize. There's a lot more to parenting than dads, moms, mom and dad, mom and mom, dad and dad. There's so many different wonderful support groups for a child these days. I don't want to ever think I don't want anyone to think I'm defining it by moms. He is such a pretty boy. He's still a little sick, so he needs extra cuddles. I feel like that question depends on which child. It's a little fact that the firstborn will always have exponentially more attention than the rest because of experience bias, where parents think, well, my firstborn turned out fine and didn't die, so I don't have to care as much. I have often thought about that. Because I know it goes further than that, but like, how does that theory break down when there's more than 2? Let's say 8. Like, what happens in between 1 and 8? Because I was second to youngest, and my experience was basically kind of like cattle. Like, we were counted at the end of the day, and if we were all alive, it was a success, and we got fed some McDonald's if we were lucky. You know, I don't have any idea what it would be like to be the first 3 or 1 or whatever. But I wonder what happens in there. Because, like, and again, this could be total middle child bias. Again, personal experience, can't generalize it. But, like, to this current day, 8 siblings, 2 are dead, super sad, don't have to talk about it. But the only kids my parents, like, actively interact with and want to be a part of their lives are the oldest and the youngest. And the rest of us, like, get a text on our birthday sometimes. And I kind of wonder, like, is it that real? That, like, people, they kind of invest everything into those 2 and, like, the middles were okay. I don't know. I would hope not. Everyone I know that's a parent, like, as a friend, they love their children equally, and I don't know. I don't know. Does it happen? It says middle children. I mean, it feels like, I don't know. I don't know if it's real, though. That's what I mean. Is it real or are we just biased? And you know, Elsie, what my mom has told me, because I used to say that shit as a kid, like, when am I ever going to be able to afford a kid, et cetera, et cetera. She said, the moment that it's time for you to have a kid is when none of those factors matter. I don't know how real that is, but she was like, when you know you want a kid and you're meant to have a kid and you truly are with a partner you want to have a kid with, you don't even think I can afford a kid. It's just like, I truly want to have kids and this is the time to have kids. And you just make it, you make do, I guess. And I have never had that. It's the confidence, right? It's that our confidence grows the longer they're alive. So we loosen up. I would believe that. It breaks down exponentially. Like, I was the first child that was helicopter parented. My brother, not so much, and our youngest sibling, who's now 6, is barely paid attention to. Parents just throwing a phone at her to watch anything and everything and do anything and get away with anything. Oh, God, no, thank you. Fucking Christ. The lack of attention when she's on the phone, I've seen fucked up. I've seen fucked up stuff shown to her on the phone, and my parents do nothing despite. So it's like a phone babysitter. I don't even know what I said anymore that was narcissistic and stressful. Damn it. I said too many words. My bad. Did you just lick my armpit? I have natural deodorant on. We're good. I had to think for a minute. Aluminum, yeah. I don't know what deodorant would do, but gross. I didn't even notice because I was literally reading chat, and then I noticed the breeze on my pit, and I was like, why is my armpit wet? I did not even notice. No cognizance of what he was doing until it was done, and my armpit was just wet and weird. Bud, what the fuck? I'm so sorry that happened. I was literally just so hyper focused. That's weird what you've done. Were you just waiting for me to say stop and it never happened? Gross. I know. Oh, he burped. I still love you, bud. But that was weird. I just wish I would have been. I wish I would have woke up while it was happening. That was weird. I apologize. Literally, I mean, that was. I was reading chat, felt a breeze. Why is it wet? Did you just? What the fuck? That was my brain just now. That was very strange. Happy 420 and cheers. Oh, yeah. That line of, you know, you're ready to. Well, I mean, Glut, you know how my mom had me, so. Would you say I'm so wrong to say it kind of checks out? Long story short, my dad already had 2 kids from a marriage he was still in, and my mom wanted kids, and my dad was like, not right now. So she just conveniently stopped taking birth control and conceived me on a business trip with her boss to Hawaii. My dad. Not the way. I guess she felt it was just time. Thanks. Thank you. The Catholic guilt in that dog. They're so smart. They know my body. Like, they do shame things when they know they've done something wrong. Like Lilith chews on her barks and stuff. She's so weird. She's hilarious. I do not physically abuse or yell at my dogs ever. I just go, oh, and they know, and they like tuck their head under and their tail goes down. They're like, I've done a bad. And then it breaks my heart and then we snuggle. I'm a terrible parent. I know. You know what's funny? Very, very, very much like those stupid memes out there. I'm sure every one of us have seen a version of the meme where it's like, me tells what I think is a funny story. Everyone in the room. Oh my God, are you okay? But no shit, the sheer amount of times you fuckers have done that to me, and I've literally brought that situation to my therapist and been like, hey, so I never even thought to bring this up to you because I didn't think it was fucked up, but I'm going to tell you something I thought was a joke. And she sits in silence for 5 minutes and goes, oh, honey, Those are such real moments. And one of them, I'm not kidding you, was the story of how I was conceived. Because my whole life, it was told at the dinner table like a joke. Because my dad died, so no one was there to fucking back themselves up. Like it was, to this day, I think, ha 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 ha. Like, I'm really glad I exist, but who deserves that? Surprise child? Arguably, my mom's kind of a nut. Cheers. I have to repack. My weed is so sticky. I was trying to repack it, and I'm like, it's like one chunk, and I'm afraid it's going to break and just. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I wish I got that. I just got the silent treatment. Cheers. Of course, Allie. Our dogs have middle names. I mean, they like, actually, I think we did, because we bought them from a breeder during COVID when everybody emptied the shelters. We tried to adopt first, I swear. Hi, Vex. How are you, love? We tried to adopt and they were empty. And so we got like AKC paperwork, all that shit, which we literally didn't care. Like, I was like, do we even want to fill this out? Like, does just me and Zach in the room. Does anyone in the room give a fuck about AKC paperwork? We literally did it because it's like you have to name them like a racehorse on this AKC paperwork. Like, there's so many spots for so many different names on it. So we gave them like the conglomeration of both of our names from Nocturne. So I think Lilith is Lilith Emily Karn, and Trick is Henry Trick Abaria, I think. Because it sounded better. It couldn't be Trick Henry Abaria. That sounded weird. But it's literally a conglomeration of the Nocturne names. That's the only reason we even did the AKC paperwork, because we were like, it's really cool that they are named like racehorses, huh? Yeah, that's pretty sick. Okay, let's do that. We're children. Absolute children. Just fetuses. Oh my god, Luna. Dude. That's gonna be fucking sick. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god, Sronlin. This is a perfect thing to end our day with. I don't even know how we got on these serious topics, but no shit. Mental health is a big hot button topic for me because I don't think it's a topic that shouldn't be talked about. I think the reason everyone's got such a weird attitude towards mental health and a stigma against it and a fear of like admitting maybe yours is a little off and you need to go to therapy is because no one's willing to talk about it. When you talk about it, you realize, oh, wow, we're all a little quirky, for lack of a better word. Like everybody, no matter how neurotypical you think you are. You've just learned to function. Like, good for you. Some of us need some help. What is it, Glut? If you can't make your own neurochemicals, store-bought are fine. Doctor prescribed, obviously. It's not a shame, and I think that's so important. Luna, I literally just read that in chat. I am so fucking excited for you. Seriously, that is dope. Oh my god, you're right. That's why, seriously, I have so many cool links up. I couldn't figure out. I was like, how the fuck did we get here? Let's finish the fucking round table. I think we have like 20 minutes left. Shit, we should probably take a break. Fuck. I talked too much again. Why does anyone want to hang out here? I'm the worst. I don't need an answer to that. That's just what I question all the time. I cry myself to sleep. It's fine. Yeah, if you can't make your own neurotransmitters, store-bought's fine. And there ain't no fucking shame in that because you don't deserve to just be miserable. Fuck that shit. I'd mute the timer. I would just turn it off. You know, real talk, Vex. I can't even play a game that has a competitive racing component in it where you're timed because it makes me cry. The moment someone puts a timer on me, I curl up like a conglobated potato bug and wish for death. I can't function under it. I hate it so much. I could never be a competitive racer in any way, shape, or form. Like, I would just cry and wish for help. It's the word. I know. No, seriously. I've tried. I have like little alarms on my phone and stuff sometimes for time blindness when I'm not streaming and I just have like silent days to myself because I can end up doing absolutely nothing for 12 hours straight. Like it's pretty impressive. So I have set little alarms for that. But timers, like, how does anyone physically accomplish anything during a day if you have a fucking appointment at 3 p.m.? That day's dead, right? Because I'm going to be busy making it look like I didn't just shiver 10 pounds off my body and cry for 7 hours before a set appointment. Any appointment. Any appointment. Oil change appointment. Any appointment. Just a time you got to be somewhere. You got to be there. That, done for. Done. And I've noticed that games with racing shit in it, where you're timed. You have to beat a timer. I'm out. It ain't, you couldn't make it fun for me. Someone, the best dick sucker on the planet, could be fellatiing me to all heavens high cloud. No, I didn't know what to say, but you know what I'm saying? There's no way to make it fun. The timer kills Katie. I hate it. I actually was reading like an ADHD thread, like a thread of people just talking about their different things about ADHD, whatever. Someone asked, when's your happiest time as someone who suffers with ADHD? And the top comment was something along the lines of like, when I am alone, in complete control of my time, and have the freedom to create and just be. And there is no one there to perceive of me or comment on anything. And I felt really shitty about how much I liked that. And it really, I talked to my therapist a lot about it this week. I was like, why is that where I want to be? Sick. Something happened. All right. We have to take a break if we're going to finish the has-been shit, if we literally do anything today. Because Mama Bear went on a mental health spree and broke down and cried a little bit at you guys. And because I'm just in general sorry to be alive, I apologize. I'll come back. I got to add out of the way so we can watch our shit in peace. Dude, honestly, I loved those initial like iPod Nano commercials where it was like just silhouettes dancing. Thought they were dank. One of my favorite commercials I remember seeing when I was like, sub 10 years old was that, I think it was like a jewelry commercial, but it had that Palladio song in the background, the da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, and I loved that song so much. And it was just like silhouettes of two people putting jewelry on each other, and I thought the silhouettes were really cool. Like, still not into jewelry, but the commercial really stuck with me. You remember that one? I still think about it sometimes because that song, it's just that song is so beautiful. And so many people have done like modern renditions of it. It doesn't beat the original. Nothing beats the original. It's just epic. It's one of those. And that one, Palladio. Oh, I'll play a little tiny bit of it. Hold on. You'll know it the moment you hear it. It's so identifiable. Like, diamonds are a super sham. It's honestly, I by all rights should have grown up very into jewelry. My Nana used to go to like jewelry fairs, I guess, whatever you would call it, and like bid on big pieces. I have some fucking monstrous rings she gave me like years before she died because, she's Irish Catholic. I'm going to die. You have to take this before I die all the time. They just sit in a box. Jewelry is not functional. I don't know how anyone. I used to see some docs walking around with rocks as big as my fucking balls. And I was like, how do you do anything? How are you not ripping gloves open constantly? I don't know how people do it. Like, if it's not jewelry that I literally don't even know it's on, I can't handle it. It's too much. I don't like stuff on my body. I had a Nano, but no shit. I had like the full size, the big, thick, heavy like iPod. And a guy I was dating at the time borrowed it, put it in his back pocket at work, went to take a shit, and it went in the toilet and died. And he replaced it with a Nano, and I'm still bitter. Shitter was full. Bolt V, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings. I appreciate you. I'm just letting the song play and literally feeling back in my hands. A gust of wind came through the yard, and man, that mountain wind gets you to your bones. I'm like shaking. Yeah, at least he replaced it, but man, it was. Oh my god. Yada. You know my aunt I've told you guys about who has all the plastic surgery and looks really shiny and has every bit of her face like lasered off and the big old titties. She told some Vegas doctor just to choose what they wanted to do. She's literally gone into like had to ask my nana for money debt because of QVC jewelry. And it is gaudy to say the most of it. But like tens of thousands of dollars in debt because she was a night nurse, so major insomnia, and she'd sit up all night long watching QVC in like a state of sleep deprivation and buy this like, I mean, gaudy. It's costume jewelry essentially, but they it's fucking QVC. I don't think I've ever actually seen QVC, and I know what it is, but yeah, she's one of those people that's existentially unhappy and thinks things and her appearance will fill her life. We're all fucking up in some way doing that, right? To each their own. But she's very shiny. I never understood the candles with something hidden inside. Why would you want a waxy, shitty? Oh my god. Vox. I want to contact the creator of this show and be like, can I please make this an emote? We will respect this emote for all time and worship it for the rest of our lives. In no way, shape, or form will it ever be used negatively, because I will hunt them down and use my medical license to end that negative usage. Oh my god. Pause music. I was waiting for that last song and did not pay attention. It's motherfucking fat nuggets. Oh my god. My heart can't do it. That's the best way to roll right. Hey, it gives me happy that they, at least in this one experience with these people, come off as like fucking hella wholesome. Know what I'm saying? Like that was wholesome shit. Hella swag drip and bops or whatever the kids say. I don't even think my generation was hella. Where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, they just seemed very like genuinely excited and passionate about what they're doing. Erica literally is Charlie, which I don't know if she knows that. I don't know how she couldn't pick. I mean, because she's Charlie, she'll never know. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm so glad we watched that. It is super late and I need to take my dogs out, but fucking worth it. She wouldn't be Charlie if she was self-aware like that, though. So I think it fits, but she just seems so fucking warm and wonderful. And I want to hug her. They both seem awesome, though. And honestly, like, I was going to bitch and say, like, they didn't even answer any questions, really, because they didn't want to spoil stuff. But honestly, how do you dance around spoilers? I get it. And I'm not going to spoil it. Please go watch Has Been Hotel. I have no affiliation with this in any way, shape, or form. We just really like it. And if it's on Prime, so why not watch it together? It's just so well done. Like, it's so good. Hella plus blue hair, Chloe from Life is Strange. Damn it. I've never played Life is Strange, but I'll Google it. The amount of time she said I instead of Charlie. Mm-hmm. Dude, the Loser song is so phenomenal. I've listened to it not shameful, a lot of times. It's great. The whole soundtrack is, honestly. But I think that, I was trying to think, like, because there's so many of us that I've seen you guys in chat say it, myself included, who I don't, like, in general, drift towards musicals as, like, a top genre. But there are a few out there that stand out for me. And I was trying to think why this one's great. And I think it's because the music isn't just, like, sing-songy lines. It's, like, legitimate music I do play in my car. You know? It's, like, really good music on top of fitting the show really well. I mean, Mishy, I wasn't kidding when I said Saturday. I am 10,000% on board with watching the entire series on Saturday. Tomorrow's Fated Friday. So normally we spend like the morning listening to awesome music. Please bring cool music and funny videos if you got them, if you want to share them, smoke, have a good laugh. And then the last half of the day, we watch Hell of a Boss, which is the other show done by the same creator. We finished season 1 last week, right? I think we're on episode 1. Well, we're on episode 9, I believe. But it's technically like episode 1 of season 2 of Hell of a Boss. And we like finish out Fated Friday because I'm too stoned to function at that point. It's really fucking funny. But I haven't rewatched it yet, this show, because I wasn't sure how many people wanted to rewatch it here. I am down, though. It's so good. And honestly, I sit here and do my nails or sew something when we watch. It's fun. I like it. It's fucking fun. Yeah, episode 9 is season 2, episode 1. Bless. Thank you. And on the note of the show taking forever to come out, like, I think this is just my just conjecture, but I think because it's like her animation, it's one producer, one director, it's her sole creation. If we truly think about it, like the first season took 6 years to come out, to be made and be published, and the fact that it's only like a year and ish half later to get the next season, that's a huge turnover. She has to be getting help or something. Like, that's insane. I'm just happy to get a season 2 of a decent product. I'm so tired of these streaming services dropping one season of something, Arcane, and then just never talking about season 2 ever again, or just straight up canceling it. Arcane, where are you? I mean, is it like a ploy to get us to just binge watch the first season over and over and over to get their streaming site streams? I don't know. It's very annoying. Yeah, Fated Fridays are for chill, no bad vibes. I mean, obviously, if something horrible happens to you and you need to tell us that you're not going to be around, like, there's lines. But, like, we just chill. We listen to awesome music. We laugh hysterically, usually gain an ab or two, and smoke ourselves stupid. It's a beautiful time. And then Helva is just great. It's a good time. It's on the same note, same world, different characters. Vox, is it just as good as I honestly, I feel like this is one of those shows that every time I watch it, I'm going to see new stuff. I'm going to fall more and more in love with every character, and it's going to be a problem. Is that what's happening? Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. Maybe, yep. Yep. So Saturday morning cartoons until we have something else to watch. It is good vibes. I mean, this show, one of my favorite features, they didn't really talk about it in the interview, but they were talking about characters and their just different quirks and stuff. One of my favorite things about all the characters that she has created within this show is that, like, I'm trying to think of an instance, like, when Charlie goes out of bounds, like when she has her interactions with, no spoilers, come by Saturday if you want to hang out and figure it out. And she realizes that she's made his situation exponentially worse than it was already. She realizes it. She doesn't sit there and fight 10 characters trying to tell her she's being kind of ignorant for 3 episodes. I love that. It's so much more realistic. Real human beings are open to communication, open to criticism. We grow, we learn. Oh, I hate that trope in shows where there's a character who's just like, no, I didn't do shit. And it's like, fuck, oh. That's really nice to me, that they grow. We've got characters growth already. That's really nice. And one of my favorite features, but on that note, I'm going to go walk my fucking dogs and rest my throat. Tomorrow, Fated Friday. Awesome music, funny things, cute cats rolled in funny blankets. All of those things are the best vibes for Fridays because we get too high. Like, I think I can speak for myself and my mods. Not only are some of us super high, some of us are really tired from a long work week of meetings. Our filters are down. We just need to feel nice. Help us feel good. Which is why I like ending the day with some Helva, because we know it's ending on a funny note, at least. It's ending on a good note, and that gives me comfort. Because I think we all need a little bit of that. It's really hard to leave. I mean, it's just, we don't need the nasties. Cute kitties, adorable fluffy cows, adorable dog, literally any adorable creature, we're here for it. Fucking here for it. I try to prevent going down deep holes of like sea creatures that might shock you by looking at you. Not good vibes. Still cool animals, not the vibes we're looking for. Really fuzzy cows that can't stop over and over. Yep. That one. Not that I feel like I need to define it. You guys are on, I mean, so rarely off point. I literally can't remember the last time. You guys are on point. You know what the fuck's up on Fridays. We want to feel good. And we're here for it. Oh my God, yes. Luna, yes. Fridays are for recharging. Yeah. It's literally like soul recharge. The furry blep. Yeah. And then the mom blept on the baby. Stop it. I'm going to watch that video so many times. That was just painfully cute. I love baby animals. Seriously, all of them. That's it. I'm gonna read Zach because he's doing Next Fest demos, and I want to watch some fucking demos. It's basically like Indie Friday, but all week long, and it's nice because then I don't have to try them myself. Lazy. But yeah, come by tomorrow if you want to hang out for good music, good tunes, funny conversation. We're not always as serious. I feel like we really got, and by we I mean me. I very got serious, but mental health, man, it's one of those things. Again, to reiterate, I think people feel bad about it because no one's willing to talk about it. So I'm trying to always be willing to talk about it. It's important. Nothing matters if your brain wants you to be dead. That's just be all end all. We need our brains to feel good, right? Right. Samesies. What else? I was gonna say. Well, I forgot. That's it. That's pee after sex. Oh yeah.